Well. It is Sunday. How is everybody doing today? Look, y'all, we got a tough one to get through today, okay? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even know about this call till this morning, and I woke up and I listened to it, and I said, we got to have a discussion. You know what I'm saying? We family, yo. We family. Now, look, fam. Mm, mm, mm. We have some really graphic descriptions of some things happening in this call, y'all. Two grown ass people on the phone sounding like they are 16-year-olds who ain't never did nothing before. Okay. These people on here acting like they ain't never had real relationships. These people on here acting like they don't know what real relationships consist of. hmm Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Ernesto Williams, you know they say he nasty. And they're gonna keep saying that after this call. And Sonia Waller Durham Jackson III, who gets all of her information about relationships from the dudes that she knows. I'm thinking, according to this call, she might want to make some more friends that are women, because if the guys are giving her this information, and that's what she's basing her life on, which, by the way, at this point in her life, she is a single woman who is chasing after somebody else's husband, because yes, that's right, Ernesto Williams is still married technically to somebody, and this man is in jail. That's who she set her sights on, y'all. hmm And they don't want to have the nerve to say that us, the people that listen to these calls and comment on these calls, we desperate. We ain't got nothing else to do. She said, I got too much estrogen. But guess what, Sonya? If I hang out with guys and we have guy talk, that's pretty normal. If you hang out with guys and you have guy talk, it's a little strange. It's a little strange. So, fam, look, I'm just letting y'all know in advance. The reason why I'm saying all this before we even get to who's in the room is because I want you all to be aware that there are going to be some graphic conversations had. All right. There's going to be some talk of intercourse. Okay. And the intercourse talk, I just so you get it in perspective, it's from a woman who on her downtime looks like this. Okay. All right. Just because we're listening, y'all. And a lot of times the visual isn't there. So I'm trying to let you all understand who is having this conversation. A woman that looks like on her downtime looks like this. Okay. All right. And has the nerve to leave the house looking like this. Okay. All right. Just a reminder, because sometimes we can get lost in voices, right? We hear voices, and sometimes it's easy for us to forget who those voices are attached to. That's right. A woman with an uneven part, some bad pigtails, that doesn't mind looking like this, is who is having this discussion. Okay. All right. And she's having a discussion with a man who doesn't mind looking like this. hmm hmm Yep. Perspective matters, y'all. Perspective matters. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Yeah. We're gonna have to support each other during this call. All right. We're gonna have to support each other during this call. Okay. Can't do it without y'all. I can't. I just can't. Whew. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Okay. One more thing. Phone calls from prison, if you're listening. I know Shay sometimes will be in the bushes. Look, Shay and hubby, y'all do a great job. And I know Shay is a successful YouTube channel. over 100,000 subscribers. You can't match that. And listen, I am nowhere near the size of Phone Calls from Prison, but I do have a little bit of advice for Phone Calls from Prison. Shay, if you're listening, my mama used to sing this song a long time ago whenever she would see somebody dumb. If you ever want to rebrand your channel from Phone Calls from Prison, my mom used to sing this song that went, "You a dummy on the dummy line. Rise and shine and pay your fine because you a dummy on the dummy line." And if you ever decide that you want to rebrand these calls the dummy line, it would fit. No one would be upset because every time we hear these calls with these inarticulate dummies, all I can think of is rise and shine and pay your fine because you a dummy on the dummy line. Okay. All right, y'all. I just wanted to get all of that off my chest before we started. But thank y'all for being here. It is a Strawberry Sunday. We will get into this call with Shirley Strawberry's ex-husband, Ernesto Williams. You know, they say he nasty. And his little zesty dude companion, Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. But first, the first person here is Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mystery. She says, "Hey, Native and Tribe." Hey, Legacy Moon. Native, we ain't gonna do no more 6-hour lives, Legacy Moon. Y'all, I'm still recovering. But Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mysteries, we did have a great discussion over at her channel. If you haven't had a chance to check out that 6-hour live, which was all amazing, go check that out on her channel. My Ty is here. Hello, My Ty. No 504. Gotta get used to your new name. Says, "Happy Sunday, Native and Tribers. How are you?" Kiki NDC is in the house. Says, "Happy Sunday." Hello. London, pretty New York City girl in the house. She says, "Cheers." D-Dubs in the house. D-Dubs says, "Good afternoon, Native Tribe," and then Comparable Miss Smokey. At this point, you may have to rename this show Smokey Sundays. By the way, Smokey does appear in this video 3 times, the last time with shades on. Shout out again to Shay. Coffee is brewing. Says, hello. Good morning. Hello, Coffee is brewing. Nola Brown is in the house. Hello, Nola Brown. The Celebrity Juicer is here. Says, "Going to church, Native in 15 minutes. Hello, Celebrity Juicer. Thank you so much for being here. Miss 215 is in the house, and she has flames in the chat. Mimi is here, and she says, hey, Mimi, how are you?" I got little Lady D in the house. She says, "Hi, Native and Tribe." Hello. Miss DC is in the house. Says, "Good afternoon, Native and Tribe. I'll be in the bushes enjoying this while taking the grandkids home. Granny's tired, and I'm still looking for my lost hour of sleep. Good luck finding that, Miss Nisi, but thank you for being in the bushes. I do appreciate you being here." GC is in the house. She says, "Hi, Native Tribe, Sexy Smokey in the bushes, bald-headed and beach back ish." Sonya, she talking to you. Always talking to you. Free Pony Waller Williams is in the house. She says, "Hi, Native and Tribe. Come on with it." Oh, we're gonna come on with it, Free Pony Waller. We gonna do it. We're gonna do the whole thing. Bridget Girl in the house says, "Happy Sunday, Native." Hello, Bridget Girl. How are you? Justin's mom is in the house. She says, "Hello, Native and Tribe." Hello, Justin's mom. How is everything going on your end on this Sunday afternoon? It is a rainy Sunday out here in Georgia, but we gonna make it. NY Chill 1 in the house and has flames in the chat. Trina 2 in the house, flames in the chat, and says, "Bish." That's for you, Sonya. That is for you. That ain't got nothing to do with me is in the house. Hello. G Creates is in the house with flames in the chat. Sanders RN also in the house with flames in the chat. I'll do it on Monday is here. Says, "Happy Sunday, Native and Tribe." Hello. Diva Ray in the building with flames in the chat. My hero, the only Black but not bitter. He's so petty. The only Black but not bitter is in the house. Is good afternoon, Native Mods and Tribe. By the way, her pettiness is a part of why she is my hero. The Duchess has made it in this afternoon. It's a good Sunday, Native and Tribe. Boy, that Texas Toy is in the house. Hello, Texas Toy. Old Handy Girl is here. It says, "Hey, Native Tribe Mods, an award-winning Smokey." I would say so. I would say so. She has become the official mascot of phone calls from prison, apparently. Again, no paperwork on my end. I'm just saying this is a backdoor deal between Smokey and Shay, and I don't know how she got it done because Smokey's very hard to work with. But you know, whatever. She got it done. She did it. Okay. April B in the house. This good afternoon, Native and Tribe. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Kim F is in the building. Says good Sunday afternoon, people. How are you? Minding Business has made it in. Says happy Sunday, my peeps. Hello, hello, hello. And watch this. It's going to be a long. We're gonna make it in watch it. We're gonna make it. We are going to make it. Okay. Salt and Pepper Tressa says good Sunday afternoon. All hello, hello, hello. Casino Lady says hello, everybody. Hello, Casino Lady. How are you? Southside Chi-Town is here. Says, hey, Tribe, I'll be in the bushes soon. No problem, no problem. The one and only Miss HLS, my dialogue coach. She teaches me how to say things all nesto. And she says, hey, everybody, happy Sunday. Thank you for being here, Miss HLS. I might need you today, okay? I might just need you to help me with some of these words. Judy Griffith is here, says, happy Sunday, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Crafted Up with Tay has made it into the house. Hello, Crafted Up with Tay. How are you? I got, yes, Tracy in the building. She says, congratulations to Smokey on another guest appearance, right? And listen, Tracy, I don't know what deal Shay has with Smokey. I just don't know what it is. But apparently, Smokey got some shades. Okay, I was not expecting the shades, but apparently Smokey got some shades. And I don't know if that's a part, like if the costume is an extra, but I don't know. I don't know what they got worked out. But yes, Smokey did make 3 appearances in this video. I was very surprised. Again, I don't know anything about this stuff ahead of time. You know, nobody bothers to tell me. You know, I wake up and Smokey's looking expectantly, like she expects some more treats and you know, and all this other diva stuff that she does. So I got to get a grip on this. I really do. But thank you for being here, Tracy. Miss CJ Harmony is in the house. She says, happy Sunday, everyone. Hello, Miss CJ Harmony. How are you? I got Justin's mom. I think I said hello to you. I got hold on. Miss CJ Harmony. How did I skip? Where are we at? Hold on. Okay, YouTube user is where we are. Hello, YouTube user. How are you? Got some hearts in there and a flame in the chat. Yes, indeed. Virgo Cali in the house says, Smokey, we see you. Hi, Tribe. Kind and fun in the building. Says, hey, Native, Smokey, and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Them folks is in here. Says, wait, Smokey made another cameo. Native, you need to go in and get her SAG card. Trying to figure it out. Okay, I'm trying to figure it out. I've never had a pet who was just a superstar. This is all new. This is all new ground. I don't know what to make of any of this, them folks. So I got to figure out what to do. But thank you for being here today. Chi-Town CPA says, hi, Native and Tribe. Damn, I know God, capital G, did wake me up this morning for me to listen to this bish and Negro. I'm only here for the tribe. Thank you, Chi-Town CPA. Well, we gonna get through this thing. We're gonna learn some things today, okay? We are going to learn some things today. Old Handy Girl in the house. Old Handy Girl got all the cat emojis in there representing Smokey, Smokey, Smokey. I do appreciate that. Let's see what we got. D-Dub is in the house. I think I spoke to you. Pre-opponent Waller Williams says Smokey's outside today. It's kind of big. She's kind of big. She's kind of a big deal. Make It Rain, NYC, Florida says happy Sunday, Fun Day, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Excuse me, y'all. Gabby Girl is in here and says hello, everyone. Stacy, that first twin, is in here with flames in the chat. Ms. Mad About Music says hello, Native and Tribe. Happy Sunday. Hello, Ms. Mad About Music with the icon as her avatar, the one and only Prince Rogers Nelson. That's right. One Pepsi in the house says, hey, Native and Tribe. I did listen to Legacy's early post. Yes, it's a lot. I know she went live last night, but I was in a coma. I couldn't do anything because I stayed up for 19 hours. You know what I'm saying? On Pepsi. So, but here I am. I made it through, and we gonna make it. We gonna make it. Yes, we are. Pen Pal 50 is in the house, says Native Legacy Moon in chat. Hello, hello, hello. The Ruby Butterfly has made it in, says happy Sunday, Native Tribe and chat. Hello, hello, hello. Representing the Boogie Down Bronx, it is Miss Boogie Down. Hello, hello, hello. Where did you get that picture from? Hey, Native and Tribe, heading home, just listening for now. No problem at all. Shirley's divorce finally is here and says hello, chat. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Stacy, that first twin in the building, says, hey, y'all. Hey, hello, hello, hello. Miss Riri, 60 and fabulous, says, good morning, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. It is happy to be happy in the building, says, greetings, chat and host. Hello, happy to be happy. So glad that you could join us today. Sweet Peasy in the building says, happy Sunday. Bleep. Sweet Peasy, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate that. Avery Dunn, Esquire, in the building with flames in the chat. Wait, Justin's mom says beautiful here in Michigan, 60 degrees and sunshine. Well, the sunshine has gone, and ain't nothing but rains in this cloud. It's my Angie. That's my Angie Stone, y'all. Shout out to Angie Stone. Rest in peace to the legend. But yes, I'm glad that you have some great weather up there in Michigan. That's great. I guess you're trying to make me feel bad about the rain down here in Georgia. It's okay. Janetta says Trump said he was not going to change the time. Why are y'all losing an hour? He said, shut up about the egg prices. Janetta won't pay him no attention. Thank you for being we do not pay that no attention, okay? SDBALLC said, quiet member who stays in the bushes just saying hello to everyone. Well, look, we appreciate you jumping out the bushes every now and then to say hello. Glad that you are here. Your presence is my present, whether you're in the chat or whether in the bushes. So thank you for being here and being a supporter. I do appreciate you, SDBALLC. TDC is in the house, says hi, everyone. Sheila M. She says, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Legacy Moon says, Native, you know I'm Smokey's manager, and we're requesting a fur coat and lobster plate. How did you get to be her? You ain't never even met Smoke. Okay, you know what, Legacy Moon? Whatever you, Smokey, Shade, phone calls from prison, whatever y'all got going on, all I'm asking is that y'all let me know what's going on. See, nobody's listening to me. You need to listen to me. But all she wants to listen to is you. She needs to listen to me. That's all I'm saying. I'm not Nestofield. Ain't nobody listening to me. Anyway, Boys Nana in the house says, my tribe family. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Mother Jefferson Jr. is here. Says, good afternoon, everyone. Irie Vibes is in the house. And she says, smoky, smoky, smoky. Yes, indeed. Say J has made it into the building, says, hey now, hey now, hey now, hey Native and Tribe, hello. Hey now, hey now, hey now. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Yes, Janetta Smokey is a star. Yep. Say J said it's evidently a good day. Right. Whatever's going on, I just want to be included. That's all. Texas Toy said, we're all here to see Smokey. I tell y'all what, since y'all all here to see Smokey, how about this? Huh? There she is. Whenever there is a reference to a woman's body parts, you will see my cat, Smokey. She's a star. She is a star. I can't deny that. I just don't know how it happened. Say J has become a member of the tribe. Y'all, this is our newest member as of right now. It is Say J who has become a YouTube member. Thank you so much for supporting the tribe. Do appreciate your membership. And if you're going to come in and put your feet up, all I ask is that you take your shoes off first. Thank you so much, Say J. I do appreciate the membership. Y'all welcome Say J into the tribe. Please. Thank you. Mimi says, Smokey said you're not cutting into her kitty snacks royalties. But see, I provide for a place for her to sleep. Mimi, does that not count? No, that don't count for nothing. Okay, all right. I see how y'all trying to do me. All right, y'all really ain't trying to listen to me. Okay. Beanne says, good afternoon, tribe. Hello, Beanne. How are you? Thank you so much for being here today. Irie Vibes. Thank you so much for the super chat, Ari Vibes. Ari Vibes said for the lobster treat fund. And yeah, we gonna need some more lobster treats. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. But thank you so much for the super chat, Ari Vibes. I do appreciate you. Beauty is her name is here. It says happy Sunday, Native in chat. Hello, hello, hello. This is true is here and says, hey, Native in tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Chi-Town Libra Mo is here and says hello, 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 Chi-Town Libra Mo. Look, we are represented in Chicago. All my Chicago people stand up. That's what I'm talking about. Look, Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walker Shane's in the building, says good afternoon, Native Tribe Urban Media and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Nola Brown says, Smokey said her future is bright and she has to wear shades. So that's why she got on shades in this one. Okay? Oh, Minded Business says, cat to cat chat. Trixie says, hey, Smokey, I'm so happy to see a fellow feline doing so well. Glad that she got Smokey's back. I will definitely pass that along. Jet Black Straight is in the house, and Jet Black Straight says, happy Sunday, Native Smokey and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Miss Boogie Down said, facts, don't forget sushi. She ain't got no sushi, y'all. That's a step too far. That is a step too far. Judy Griffith, look at you. Judy Griffith has gifted 5 Native Tribe Urban Media memberships. Thank you so much for gifting that, helping the channel grow, and just being a supporter of the channel, Judy Griffith. I do appreciate you so much. Look, if you're one of the 5 that got a membership from Judy Griffith, please thank her for her generosity and helping the channel grow. And to our newest 5 members, if you're going to come in and put your feet up, man, just take your shoes off first. That's all I ask. Look, get comfortable. You know, because you are part of the tribe now. Thank you so much, Judy Griffith, for gifting 5 memberships. I got Denise Marie in the house, and she says, hey, Native, hey, chat, happy Sunday. Hello, Denise Marie. Angel Harris 62 is in the building. She says, hey, Native and chat. Hello, hello, hello. Let me see. Monta says, Native, are you telling us that Legacy Moon runs circles around you? Yes, I am. Okay, I admit it. Okay, she does. She does. That is a hard-working woman. She does her thing, all right? And I don't have no problem admitting that. She does. Shoot, I'm still, when I get off with y'all today, I'm going back to bed. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna try to sit up here and be like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good, son. I'm good. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? I'm good. I'm gonna go out here and chop wood and fix the carburetor. No. I'm not finna do all that. I'm gonna let y'all know straight up. I'm going to bed. Tired, y'all. Tired. Anyway, Cute Brown Cat is in the house and says, happy Sunday, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Linda is in the house, says, good Sunday afternoon, Native Tribe Urban Media. Well, hello to you, Linda. How are you? All right. Let me see. Angel Hair 62 says, it was nice here in Atlanta, but a little rain now. Yeah, it looked a little rainy when I looked out there earlier. Hey, let's talk about it all, says, hey, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. Who else am I? Is everybody accounted for? Dr. Charles is in the building. Hello, Dr. Charles. Dr. Charles says, good morning, Native and my tribe. How are you doing, Dr. Charles? Reeves and Muff's mom is in the building, says, happy Sunday, Native and chat. Hello, Rainbow has made it into the building. Hello, Rainbow. How are you? I got D-Dub. I already spoke to you, D-Dub, didn't I? Didn't I? Okay. Ari Bob said, oh, who's a pretty girl? Yes, she is a pretty girl. That's my cat. That's my cat. Right. We go through a lot. Trust me when I tell y'all, we go through a lot. But at the end of the day, I rub her belly, she purrs, and then she goes to sleep. That's literally the end of the day, every day. Muffin 218 is in the house and says, hello, everyone. Virgo Cali says, Smokey is anywhere pussy problem. Anytime that word needs to be said in the video, y'all can expect to see Smokey indeed. Legacy Moon True Crime and Mystery says that Native, you don't know, rather Smokey and I have met. You don't even know when she'll be making appearances. Okay, you got me on that one, Legacy Moon. You got me on that one. Okay. Little Lady D has gifted a super sticker. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I do appreciate that and supporting the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just Peeking is in the house. Says, good morning, Native and chat. Today is my birthday. I'm ready to laugh. Look at Just Peeking having a birthday, y'all. All right, y'all know I ain't got no fancy stuff like Legacy Moon do, where it's a whole band and birthday candles. I ain't there yet. Okay, she got me beat on that. But here's what I can do, just peeking. I can sing you a song in my Sunday voice, which is probably different than my other voice that I used the other day. Okay, all right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Hold on. Let me get it right on the second one. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, just peeking. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Just Peeking. I'm so honored that you will be spending your birthday here with us at the Tribe, at the Native Tribe Show. And we will try to make sure that you get every single laugh for your birthday. Thank you for being here. Sound Checker Net is in the building. Says good afternoon, everyone. Hello, Sound Checker Net. How are you? Reeves and Most Mom says Smokey keeping that checker coming with them cameos. See, but here's the thing, Reeves. I am not seeing a check, and I'm concerned. Okay, so if she is getting a check, Legacy Moon, and I don't know about it, Smokey, I think it's a problem. That's all I'm saying. No one is listening to me right now. Okay, all right. Stacey, that first 20 said Native Tribe Urban Media, let them know you get daddy taxes. I do. Thank you for recognizing my rights, Stacey, the first twin. Shoot, I'm feeling like Jerron Hurt right now. Some of y'all get that reference. Some of y'all get that reference. Say Jay said, nope, it's not enough. She wants a Roomba to drive her around the house. And shoveless kitty box. Can you provide? AJ, I'm working on it, okay? Y'all put so much pressure on me with this cat. Y'all put so much pressure on me. My goodness. Yanobi Dene is in the house. Hello. Lady Janice is here. Says, hello, everyone. Going to get my Snuggie, my Cheetos, my Diet Coke, my water, and read Psalms 23 to prepare for the foolishness ahead. Please read it twice for the rest of us. One time for you, one time for us. I appreciate that. Mimi says, I printed Smokey's pics out for my male cats. They a fan. Wait, Mimi, so you doing like Nesto? You passing her pictures around? Oh my. Southside Chi-Town is here because I'm ready, 59 and sunny. Wow, that must be nice up there. Miss Fine One is in the building. Says, hi, everyone. Hello, Miss Fine One. How are you doing on this Sunday afternoon? Peekaboo is here. It says afternoon all. Hello, Peekaboo. How are you? Just Peeking became a member. Y'all, everybody, we got a new member of the tribe. It is Just Peeking. Thank you so much for your membership. I do appreciate the support and helping to grow the channel. Remember, Just Peeking, if you come in, if you're going to put your feet up, just take your shoes off first. That's all I ask. Thank you so much for becoming a member. All Juiced Up says Native. Happy Sunday. Hello, All Juiced Up. That juice looks incredible. Reeves and Love's mom, thank you so much for the super chat. She says a little something for Queen Smokey's new 6-foot house until her royalty check arrives. Where we gonna put a 6-foot? Yeah. Look, Reeves and Love's mom, do not blow her head up anymore. She is already out of control. Now she got to get a 6-foot house. My. Thank you so much for the super chat, Reeves and Love's mom. I'll make sure that Smokey gets that. JMM55 says happy Sunday to you, JMM55. Jay Blake is in the house. I don't know if I spoke to you, Jay Blake, but thank you for being here today. Yee aka Abuelita's here. Says hello, Native Mods and fam. Hello. Diva314 is in the house. I do appreciate you being here. I got Black Rose in the house, and she is saying happy birthday. A lady 747 is in the building. Sanders RN is in the house. Hello. TDC says, no, sir, I don't know what are you talking about, TDC. I was told to just do my best. Okay. And that's what I did. Diva314 says, where's the auto tune? I don't think StreamYard has that feature. But I thought I did a good job, and apparently I did not. Well, oh, wait. Shirley's divorce finally says, "Sing, Native." Thank you for being encouraging, unlike some folks. Okay, all right. Legacy Moon True Crime and Mysteries, always a supporter, says, "Oh my God, Native, I will make your birthday song." You know what? I don't like the tone of that comment, Legacy Moon. We gotta talk about that. I don't like the tone of that. Okay. Dr. Charles said, "That's so sweet, Native, but your singing and speaking voices are not the same." Just saying. I'm going to say that is also a criticism of my singing, Dr. Charles. Kind of surprised to hear that coming from you. Normally, an encouraging tone in your comments, but apparently today everybody's a critic, and that's fine. That's fine. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Never said I was a singer. But again, Dr. Charles, I was told to do my best, and that's what I did. That was my best. I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. You see what I'm saying, Dr. Shaw? You see what I'm saying? Anyway, who else do we have? Is everybody here and accounted for? That's all I want to know right now. Sanders RN 23 said, "Did one of y'all say this man sound like Will Downing?" Look, I never said that. Okay. I never said that. Oh, well, Handy Girl said, "We got to find Native a birthday song singer." See, y'all like to talk about me right in front of my face. Y'all like to sit up in my chat and talk about my singing. I like music. I like music a lot. Okay. I like it a lot. Okay. And look, I ain't never told y'all that I could sing. Okay. Y'all assumed I could sing, but I never said I could sing. Okay, so I don't appreciate all the backlash because I wanted to wish somebody a happy birthday, and I ain't fancy like Legacy Moon. Okay. Anyway, now I got GC telling me don't pocket watch Smokey. She ain't got no pockets. GC, she's a cat. She doesn't have pockets. Speaking of cats, hello, cat. Says hello, everyone. How are you? Justin's mom says, "Stop it, Nana." What? Stop what? Stop singing? Stop expressing myself through song? Y'all so mean to me. Why are y'all so mean to me? Sleepy Lever 17 says, "Hey, everybody. Hello. Chanel Heslop is here. Says, "Good evening, Native and Tribe." Hello, Chanel Heslop, all the way from South Africa. Thank you. Wait. Dr. Charles said, "Just because you look like Will Downing." I don't, though. I don't, though. My goodness. I do not look like that man. The only black but not bitter says, "Is this man the same man who criticized my cooking skills?" Yeah, yep. Same one. Black but not bitter. Same one. Okay. All right. GC said, "No, Native, we didn't assume, we heard you." Okay. I can't sing. I get it. Okay. I get it. All right. Jeez. Miss Fine one says, "Smokey scared the ish out of me today. The way Shay zoomed her in at a lookalike Star Cat in Pet Cemetery." But did you see the shades, though, Miss Fine one? Did you see the shades? Yes, indeed. Muffin 218 has an appreciation for the effort. She says, "I give you an A for effort." Thank you, Muffin 218. I appreciate that. The effort is all I was trying to give. All right. Okay. Legacy Moon said he looks a little like Will Downing, but sound not. Okay, all right. Okay, can we just get it out the way? Native can't sing. Okay, so that way we don't have to keep hearing the same thing over and over again. Legacy Moon. All right. Okay. All right. Look at this. Just peeking. New member of the tribe. Something positive says, "It was good to me. Bless your heart." Thank you. Now, here's my friend Villanor. Villanor is in the chat, y'all. Villanor, my friend, I am sure has something positive to say. Villanor says, "Native is playing in our faces. He can sing. I can hear it. Hey, tribe, trees, back to the bushes for me." I can't sing. I can't. I wish I could. Lord have mercy. Jeanette Toy says, "Hey, Native and Tribe, why am I laughing already?" I don't know, Jeanette Toy. We ain't did nothing. All I did was sing a song. Okay. Let's see. So Dr. Charles says, "I've seen him. You do favor." Okay. All right. You know what? Okay, fine. I kind of look like Will Downing. That's cool. It could be worse. It could be worse. So I'll take it. I will take it. My Reddit says, "My brother the singer was funny to me." Okay. All right. wasn't supposed to be funny. Old Handy Girl said, we still love you though, Native. I appreciate it, and I love you right back. The Bushes said, hey, hello. My Ty said, Native, you actually do look like him. I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all have that one, okay? I'm gonna let y'all have that. Beverly Chambers said, do not disrespect the late great James Ingram. I was just once. I was trying to pay a tribute to him, Beverly Chambers. There wasn't no disrespect. Y'all just y'all just rough on me today. My. Dr. Charles says he's handsome just like you. Okay, well, see, Dr. Charles, you are making it up today. I have totally forgiven your earlier comment. Thank you so much, Dr. Charles. Sanders RN23 says, okay, that's what we're saying now. I don't see that either. Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mysteries. I guess we're going to have to pull up some Will Diamond and see if I look like him. Okay, all right. Them folks said my birthday is in mid-April. Can you get a singer by then? No, I'm going to sing the song. Okay, I'm going to do it. Them folk, all right. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Miss Fine One says she's definitely a diva. Miss Smokey appearance with the late great Rick James. She did appear with Rick James. Yes, indeed. Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mystery says Native all love. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. V. Lenore says I call bullshit. I think you just wanted to get in my chat and curse out loud. Where was all them all caps on Friday night? Huh? You wasn't talking in all caps on Friday night. Now all of a sudden you in the chat and you in all caps. Yeah, Legacy Moon said Villanova is still at Paso House, so y'all whisper. Hey, I can't talk loud. I gotta go get cranberry juice. I think there's an unopened bottle. Be back in 13 minutes. Like bam. Fuck the juice up. That was Villanova on Friday night. Can't talk loud, but get out and chat. Now, is everybody here and accounted for? Well, Sanders, you know what? You're right, because you're right. Well, Sanders, I can't even dwell on your comment because somebody said, Katy Patty said Native is Bill Downing. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Wendy Shot 73 said, I'm in July Shirley by then. Look, I'm saying to all y'all. Okay? Oh my goodness. Lady Jimmy said when the commenter in the chat said you sounded good, bless your heart translate, and it didn't sound good, but you tried. Look, Lady Janice, I was trying to take something positive out of it, okay? I was trying to take something positive out of it, Lady Janice, and you just ruined it. Okay. All right. Okay. Whew. All right. Well, y'all, everyone is here and accounted for, okay? I'm going to pull up this call, and we are going to attempt to get through it together, okay? All right. Now, like I said, I have given the warning that there is some speak of explicit things in this call, okay? Chanel Heslop said Native, you need to contact the Whisper Committee. I don't even know what that is, Chanel Heslop, okay? All right. Let's listen to this call. Okay, so that way I ain't gotta sing. All right. I don't know what's going on with my sound. I thought I sounded good. Maybe that's what's wrong. Because my sound is off. But let's start the call up and see how they sound.
You get out there today?
No, I ain't been off my computer. Cut off the phone computer. My ass hurt. Look, my ass hurt.
Okay.
I gotta get this thing filed, man.
Okay.
I got my assistant waiting on me. She's in the office. Like, okay, I'm waiting on you. Whenever you finish with it, just send it to me. I thought I was finished last night at 11 o'clock, But when I sent it this morning, of course, Ralph, Mr. Want every goddamn thing in the world on a piece of paper. Sat there and was like, no, we need to do it like this. And this. I'm like, you say it like this, but that's a whole 2 hours worth of shit you just came out your mouth and said.
Okay.
Oh, God. Good God.
Okay. Okay. All right then. You going to the movies? You gonna make time for that, ain't you?
Yeah, I got to because he bought the tickets, or else I would say just go tomorrow. But I can't. So I called him and had him do everything. I said, go to Walmart, pick up these things, balloons for Katie, and then go get Katie, and you might then go home and get ready, and then you may have to drop her off on your way back up here to see me. He was like, I don't like her. I was like, I don't need you to like her. I need you to do this for me.
Who he don't like?
He was saying it to be funny. The boy is sarcastic like me.
Oh.
So he was like, when I was telling him, I was like, I need you to do it. And he was like, I don't like her. I was like, I don't need you to like her. I need you to do me this favor. He was like, all right. And I'm like, yeah, I just need you to do this for me because I can't leave my freaking kitchen counter until this is done. I've been sitting here all day. So what I got to do is I got to take an old complaint that he gave me from some other case, insert this case into that, format it, and then take out what I don't need, add what I do need, and it's just a lot.
Okay. Well, you go ahead on finish what you're doing. Concentrate on your job. It's okay. I'm good. Just
Call me at 7 o'clock. I'll be done at 7.
no, you
Call me back at 7.
You be at the movie.
7:45 is a movie.
Okay. All
You
right.
talk to me for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That ain't gonna kill you.
Okay. Well, it's been 7 minutes. I've been talking to you, so I'm good.
See, and it's just hold on, I got a picture of you right here in front of me.
You need to concentrate on your job now. I got a lot of questions for you. Yeah, I got a lot of questions.
Give me 2.
Are you one of them type that don't let a man be a man, don't accept a man for being a man?
Okay, so
Nesto, my question is, are you willing to accept this little dude being a little dude? Like, are you willing to accept a man being a man because she has more manly tendencies than she does woman tendencies, and she has a tendency to walk out looking like this? I want y'all to take a, this is who's speaking right now, is this person that's on the screen right now who's so giddy about going to the movies. That's who's talking right now. Okay, just so you know. All right. So are you willing to let this little dude be a little dude because she is not really a woman? That's what I want to know.
now I have no problem with a man leaving. I said that to you like a week ago. I have no problem with that. I'm just not gonna let an idiot. I'm just not gonna let an idiot lead me. But I don't have a problem if the guy is smart and everything that come out the mouth is what it is. I don't have a problem because I know that's important. I know what's important, you know what I'm saying. But I told you when I met you. Remember me sitting on the bus? I told you I said I think my biggest issue is I always meet dudes that are weaker than me, and that was one of the problems. They could be soft.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, my problem is I've never met a man that was more manly than me.
Go ahead and tell everybody, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man.
Now, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shay, for reminding us of this fact. She said more of a man than me. Okay? Think about that, y'all. She said, I have a problem meeting a man who is more man than me. That's what she said. Y'all don't believe me?
Yeah, and I was like, my problem is I've never met a man that was more manly than me.
More manly than me. Okay? Do not. Yes, that's what she said, Celebrity Juicer. That is what she said. Now, it's easy to get distracted. All right? It's easy to get distracted Aloe Black is one of my favorite performers. He's a great singer. And don't let Shay distract you by Aloe Black. Okay? Because it's easy to get distracted. This young man is super talented. But I keep telling y'all that she's a zesty little dude and she got a lot of masculine energy. All right. Don't get confused because she said,
Yeah, and I was like, my problem is I've never met a man that was more manly than me.
more manly than me. Why would 100% like 100% woman, 100% feminine? Why would any woman say that her problem is that she can't find a man who is manlier than her? It would seem that all you would need to do is be born with a penis and you will be more man than her, but obviously not. Not in the case of Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. All right. Native is not saying this. These are the words of Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. She is manly, and the problem that she has in finding love is trying to find someone who is manlier than her. That's what she said. I can't go by what she meant. Okay. I can only go by what she says because she is an intellectual. All right. And that's how we do intellectuals. We go by what an intellectual says. All right. She's given several clues that she is not a feminine person at all. Not one little bit. And now she just said that got to be more manly than her. Miss Fine One says, Native, you know, this was right when he was realizing Shirley Strawberry was done. All of a sudden, he cares about Sonya needs and wants. Well, you know what, Miss Fine One, I'm trying to understand her needs and wants too, being a manly man and trying to find a manly man that's more manly than her. Now, Miss Fine One, here's the other thing: is Ernesto the one that has the crush on Gary with the T? The one who received it all night long. All night long, he received it. In his jail cell, the man who said, I'm just gonna go back to my jail cell, lay my ass down and say fuck it. Is this the manly man that she's talking about? Is this the manly man? The one who said, I wonder why white people say, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Why do white people say that? Tell me that part. Is this the manly man that she's talking about? Shirley divorce people say she's a man, she's a man, she's a man. Yeah, it sounds like it, don't it? Don't it? Texas Toy say, imagine hating women so much you call yourself manly. Right. Right. Yeah. Celebrity Juicy says 109 pounds, toothless and hairless. She can't find a manly man. I think you're wrong on that weight, Celebrity Juicy. I think she's closer to 90 pounds, but I'm just saying. But either way, yes, that sounds absolutely hideous. And wonder why she can't find a manly man. Dr. Charles said, Native, you called her a long time ago. You started calling her a zesty little dude. Look, she comes across as like, I love a feminine woman. I love everything feminine about a woman. So when you come across, you like, yeah, rah, you get me? Know what I'm saying? You get me? You get me? And then you sit up there and you talk about women. You call black women bitter black. But yeah, no, this is why I called her a zesty little dude, because she does not come across anywhere feminine at all. Not at all. And she confirmed it. And look, it ain't just me, Dr. Charles. Nesto Shaka Shuffle Walk of Shame been saying this for the whole time. I've already explained that Native Tribe Urban Media. Sonya was born underdeveloped in that area, and it's easy to pass her little dick off as a clit. I'm not even sending you to the furnace for that. Vita One said Toe Jams is not a manly man. Natasha is not a manly man. No, look, Vita One, she got all kind of things going on around her, right? You know what I'm saying? The black girl experience says she don't even know Nasty Nesto. She don't. She really don't. She has no idea. And obviously, he don't know her at all by the questions that they're about to get into, right? The black girl experience says she was the whole friend nobody liked. She seemed sneaky and male identified. Right. No, you're right. Texas Toy says every gay man I know is more manly than Nesto. Right. No. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Why white people say Jesus Christ? Can you answer that? Do you know that part? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Look, the Black Girl Experience says, I love my femininity and perfume, panties, shopping, cooking, and for my husband. I love being soft, dainty, etc. She is insecure and broke and busted. And you know the other part is that she's never had a real relationship. She never had a real marriage. So for her to speak on these things that she doesn't know and has never experienced is weird to me. It's just a weird thing, you know, for her to just be so an expert on something that she's never had and never been a part of and doesn't know anything about. We're going to get into some other things that they say in this call, and some things that kind of cross-reference what me, V. Lenore, and Legacy Moon talked about the other night, Friday night, when we had our 6-hour live. Some of these things actually came up that they're going to talk about. So we're going to talk about that too. Beverly Chambers says she's really crying out for help. She needs a good therapist. She will never get one because she is too self-absorbed and does not think that her shit stink. And that's hard to believe because she wears a diaper. But that is a very awesome point. A very awesome point. P. Rain says she don't cry because big boys don't cry. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Obsessed with the Mill says everything she speaks on, she knows nothing about. Right. Let's listen to Aloe Black real quick. Huh? They didn't expect me to say that today. Let's listen to Aloe Black today.
Go ahead and tell everybody, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man.
I was raised by my father, who was, you know, an alpha fucking man. So of course, you know, you got to be on that tier, or I'm gonna look at you like you're a clown, because he raised me. Even though my mother was there, but my father was in my ear my whole life. You know.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
So,
All right. Okay. No.
So, Sonia, is this the same father who was in your ear your whole life that raised you, that when he was dying, you were so mad at him that you didn't speak to him when you had the opportunity before he passed, and then you had an attitude even at the funeral? Is this the same dad? Is that the same one? Can you make up your mind on whether he was a role model, or whether he was a hoe, or whether he was a businessman, whether he was somebody to listen to, whether he was somebody to be mad at? Because you've given him all of these attributes as we listen to you talk about your dad, right? We listen to you give him all these different attributes. Now he's raised you. Now he gave you sage advice. Now he was in your ear your whole life. But yet you showed your gratitude at the end of his life by holding a grudge against him. Your words now. Don't think that I'm just coming up with this, Sonya, because you like to play victim sometimes when we as commentators comment on the things that you have said. So now you're telling Nesto on June 9th of 2023 that your dad was in your ear your whole life. He gave you all this good advice. And if you can't meet the standard of who your dad was, that you can't deal with that man. But yet you told us you did that your dad, you did not speak to him because of some weird feud about a house. That's what you said. That's what you said. I mean, I'm just saying. Shayna Queen B says she's such a liar. She absolutely is, but does not want us to call her a liar. Shayna Queen B. She don't want us to call her a liar. She wants us to think that she is up and up. You know, Pre-Pony Waller Williams says your mama was not there. Sure was not. Trina too said, oh, so now mom was there. Right. How you can't get your own story straight? You can't get your own life story straight. Muffin 218 said, I bet her sisters are not manly. No, I can't see all of them coming out like that. Muffin 218. Houston Foodie 713 said he had a dad nod and like wait, what? Who like my who? Her dad? Houston Foodie, please expand and expound on that thought. Houston Foodie, you can't leave me hanging like that. Trina too says she's a walking contradiction. She absolutely is. Lady Janice said, I'm still stuck on she not gonna let an idiot lead her, but she pursues chief idiot. Thinks someone should tell her, nah, just leave her alone. But look, Lady Janice, when you're dumb, right? Who qualifies as an idiot if you're dumb? You see what I'm saying? Like if you're Sonya, right, and you're an idiot, and then you say an idiot can't lead you, and you talking on the phone to a man who does not know what the word estranged means, who thinks that musicals are singicals, right? And says that Shirley was running around like a chicken with a head cut off. That's what he said. That what he said. But she said, so you see what I'm saying, Lady Janice? How does she tell the difference when she dumb? But that's a good point. That's a good point. Ain't gonna let an idiot lead her. The Black Girl Experience says, and she acts like she don't watch the content but knows everything everyone is talking about. We all know that's a lie, right? We all know that's a lie. We have uncovered that lie a long time ago. Dr. Charles said she's blaming her self-hatred on her father. Right. Texas Toy said Sonya is pathological. She really is. She really is. She got issues. But yes, hold on. Did Houston Foodie answer? Okay, hold on. Houston Foodie 713 said her daddy, she did it in a call. Wow, we got to go back to that call then, y'all. She said her dad. Oh my God. Houston Foodie, thank you so much for giving us them breadcrumbs. Y'all check out Houston Foodie. Houston Foodie, first of all, I didn't know you was in here. But y'all check out Houston Foodie's channel when y'all get a chance to. She does all things all over these YouTube streets, including Ernesto and Sonya content. So if you want some more of this fine content, you can go check out my friend Houston Foodie over there at the Houston Foodie channel. Join the channel and you'll become a foodie. That's what happens. Adores Aaliyah since 94 says, can't say I blame mother for leaving a child like Sonya. I swear she would switch that birth. You would leave the child. Okay. I can't blame her either. Adores Aaliyah since 94. The Black Girl Experience says she tells so many lies she can't remember what she says, even the story of being in back of the RV first. Now they met and didn't see him for 2 years until jail visits. Well, yeah. And you know what? The funny thing is that we have absolutely debunked most of these lies that she's told. Like the contradictions are just ridiculous. But let's listen to some more, y'all.
No, I don't want to ever make a man emasculate or whatever word is a man.
What you mean, whatever the word is? Wait, hold on, Heifer. You said that you a lawyer. You went to law school. You a lawyer. Now, one thing about a lawyer, y'all. A lawyer has to use what? Words, right? A lawyer has to use words. So what you can't do, Sonya, is sit up here and expect us to believe that you are educated, that you are worldly, that you work with clients, right? When you don't know words. The term is emasculate, dummy. Emasculate is the word that you're struggling to figure out. It's emasculate. Okay? Don't sit here and expect us to believe, because remember you said that I said that you wasn't smart, you just so dumb. I said those things, Sonya, because you don't know the word emasculate. Now, maybe from June 9th of 2023 to what's today's date, y'all? March. Where we at? We on March. Okay, that says March the 9th. Maybe from June 9th to March 9th, you have figured out emasculate. What y'all think? West Side Story, I know you on your break. West Side Story, do you think from June 9th of 2023 to March 9th of 2025 that Sonya has figured out what the word emasculate is and how to pronounce it and say. Do you think that she figured that out by now? Huh? Celebrity Juicer said lawyer. I see you, Celebrity Juicer. I see you. Okay. Now, okay, so West Side Story, you don't think she'd have learned it in going on 2 years. You don't think she figured out the word. Huh? Okay. All right. Yeah. Miss Fine says, I knew you were gonna drag her with this call. Look, I don't think it's dragging. I don't think it's too much to expect adults to do adult things. And I don't think it's too much for adults to learn, right? Now, there are words that I might run across that I might mispronounce. All right. I think I mispronounce words on just about every live I do. But here's the thing. I know what words mean. And oftentimes when I'm mispronouncing a word, I'm probably doing it on purpose for comedic sake, right? So Sonya on this call is struggling with emasculate. Not a hard word. Often a word that, I don't know, you learn what in middle school, maybe, high school at the least. And this grown ass woman is sitting up here talking about whatever the word is. Oh God. Oh my God. So I don't think it's too much to ask, Miss Fine One, that adults have the adult capacity to know words. I don't think so. But yet she don't want to be led by an idiot. V. Lenore said, wait, did Sonya mention you on one of these calls, Native? Absolutely, Sonya did. It was a call that Fran did, V. Lenore. It was a call that Fran got herself that she reviewed, where she talked about me on your show, and she said I had too much feminine energy. I had because I was sitting there calling her not smart, and she's just not smart, and she's just not smart. So yeah, she did. She sure did, V. Lenore. She mentioned old Native, but Native tribe was way too much for her to pronounce. So I was some dude, some guy, and she told her boyfriend about me, like her boyfriend was gonna come beat me up. That's what she did. The woman he chose said, "Good afternoon, Native and friends. I'll be in the bushes listening while driving out of town. You drive safe." The woman he chose, okay. Jet Black Straight said, "The grown ass woman who is the knower of all things, but she can't say emasculate, right?" Exactly. Muffin 218 says, I can't get over the kind of calls they have all day, every day. Yes. Vila, no, I thought I told you about that. I thought I told you about that call that Fran did that everybody was blowing me up saying, Native, she talking about you. And I went over there and listened to it. and I was like, no, she didn't. She said I had too much estrogen, V. Lenore. Native. Yes. Yes. Legacy Moon heard it. Yeah. She said she said I had too much estrogen. This testosterone filled crumb snatcher said I had too much estrogen. That's what she said. I thought I told you about that. If I didn't, yes, that actually happened. I got Old Handy Girl who has become a member. Thank you so much for joining the tribe, Old Handy Girl. I appreciate you becoming a member of the tribe, y'all. Our newest member is Old Handy Girl. Please welcome Old Handy Girl to the tribe. Thank you so much for joining the tribe and making this channel grow. But Old Handy Girl, I only got one rule. If you come in and you're gonna put your feet up, please, please, please take your shoes off first. Thank you. Lady Janice says, chat, help me. What do you call an idiot that can't recognize that she talks to and visits the chief idiot 28 times a day? You call her a zesty little dude. That's what you call her. The black girl experience that says you're feminine, but she's a man. Right. Ain't that funny? Like, I thought it was hilarious. And honestly, when I heard it, I was more amused than I was upset. I was like, wow, she really, really, really thinks this, right? She really, really, I wasn't really even mad. Now, have I been dragging her ever since? Yes, I have. But was I mad about it? No, I thought it was kind of funny. I actually listened to it a few times. It was kind of funny. West Side Story, thank you so much for the super sticker. I do appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dr. Charles, I know she hates the day she ever mentioned you because you have not let up on her ever since. No, no, no. Look, Dr. Charles, I got one simple philosophy in life. When you play with the bull, you get the horns. Ain't nobody tell her to mess with me because, see, what I'm doing is going by what I see and what I hear, right? So when I say that it's awfully gross that somebody would be sexually attracted to someone who will walk out the house that looks like this, Dr. Charles. Do you see the thing on the screen? Do you see this thing on the screen? This is how she chose to walk out the house. Okay? It was a choice, Dr. Charles. It was a choice. See, she don't know me. She don't know me at all. Ain't never had a conversation with her. V Lenore has, and she hung up on V twice. Okay, so for her to try to call me out, right? For her to try to call me out on my masculinity, when she walk out the house looking like this, talking about she having a hard time trying to find somebody that's more manly than her, then yes, I have not let up off of her, nor will I. And that's just the way that goes. Lord have mercy. We'll just walk out the house looking like a monkey. Let's see. West Side Story, I did get your super sticker. Thank you so much for that. I mean, I'm just trying to make sure. I just want to make sure that we got everybody. Let's see. Ms. Lady says, Native, did you do a reaction to the call where she said you have too much estrogen? She doesn't listen, but she does. I did not. And the only reason I didn't was because Fran got that call. So I did not contact Bougie to get permission to use that. I just know she said it, and and I heard her say it, and I know she was talking about me. So I did not react to that though. I didn't. Joseph Bullard says every time you show that pic, my internet locks up. You mean this pic, Joseph Bullard? This pic make sure internet lock up? This the one? This one. This pic. Or Joseph Bullard, is it possible that this pic makes your computer lock up? Huh? I'm just trying to understand which pic you're referring to, because I don't want your computer to lock up if I show this. You see what I'm saying? I don't want your computer to lock up if this picture comes up. Okay. With all the doors missing off the car. I don't want that lock up your computer. Or is it this picture, Joseph Bullard, that makes your computer lock up? I'm just trying to understand. You know what I mean? Like, knock him out the box, Rick. Knock him out, Rick. Knock him out the box, Rick. Knock him out, Rick. Knock him out the box, Rick. I ain't know which picture you was talking about, Joseph Bullard. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad, brother. My bad, brother. My bad. Okay. Anyway, let's wait. Joseph Bullard said crashed. Oh, Cross Country Cruiser, thank you so much for the super chat. Says we need a reaction to that call. Yeah, we do. You know what? Look, I might reach out to Fran to get permission. Like I said, that's her content. That's the only reason. If it had been a phone call from prison, we definitely would have talked about it. But by that being her content, I'll reach out to her and see if she'll let me use that real quick. It's been a minute. I don't see why it'd be a problem, but I will reach out to Fran. Shout out to Real Talk Bougie for covering that call and putting it out there. So I thank you. But thank you so much, Cross Country Cruiser, for the super chat. Yep, Slick Rick was a classic. Sure enough. Knock him out the box, Rick. Knock him out, Rick. Knock him out the box, Rick. That's what that baby was listening to. That baby was listening to knock him out the box, Rick. Knock him out, Rick. Look at it. Fist closed. Fist closed, Sonya. How does it feel, Sonya? How does it feel? Let's listen to so Celebrity Juicer says silly Sonya's upper plate removal photo is epic. It is absolutely epic. Y'all, let's listen to some more.
No,
I don't want to ever make a man. demasculate or whatever word is a man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Because a man gonna
Especially
be
nowadays, it's hard to find somebody that's a real fucking man that can sit there and cry and they want to kill themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn.
fucking kill me.
It's hard to find a real man, which is why you sleep with other people's husbands. Like, I don't understand the logic. I don't understand the logic. It's hard to find a real man. This dude is in jail. This man is in jail without the bail. I mean, but it's hard to find a real man. So that's the reason why you had a cheat code. You had a cheat code. So you just decided that since it's hard to find a man, that you're gonna go find Shirley Strawberry's man, and then you're gonna pretend like Shirley Strawberry didn't exist. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing, Sonya? Let's listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I talked to your pickup game. I gotta slow your day. I gotta slow your brain down when I'm talking to you sometimes. I talked to your boyfriend today, and he had a couple questions I was trying to answer.
I'm sorry. Who's my boyfriend?
Damn, you're slow today. Yeah, I need to call you back later.
No, talk to me now. Go ahead.
Okay. So
You talk to my boyfriend.
And your boyfriend asked me a couple questions. So, and I said, well, listen, one question he asked, I don't understand, is she going to be able to handle me when I get around her? And I asked the question, what you mean? Because, a man like to be all on a woman when he really like a woman. All on her, all
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, see, here's the thing. And I told him, I said, just think about it now. Is that what you want? Yeah, but that might not what they can handle because they got all these different issues that triggers them. So I said, well, maybe you just need to talk to them and ask them to do some research and try to work on it. So I said, okay. I gave him that advice. What you think about that advice that I gave him?
I think that's great. How bad is her issue?
The issues with is unbearable that you get to the point they can't stand that person. They're trying to hurt themselves, or they're trying to hurt them, or it get crazy. Yeah. So that issue. Yeah.
And that's just a common everyday activity, not like a heated argument type situation.
No, it's when he want to smother you and love on you and all that other type of shit. Cuddle and shit, and all that shit out. That's what he was asking me. I told him I get the best advice I can give. She needs to try to figure that shit out.
Okay, I'll make sure she figure that shit out.
Yeah. And on top of that is, you asked me about the health issue. Is she serious about that health issue? And I said,
she's trying to live long. What are you saying?
What?
This is so dumb. This is so dumb. I talked to your boyfriend day. The boyfriend is really me. And so and I said, what's she gonna do when you around her all the time and then she can't get none, and then you gonna give her some, and then she gonna get some, and then well, who's my boyfriend? Oh my god. Sonya, you are a level of dumb that is it's almost like, y'all know how they have frequencies that you can hardly hear because they're so high. Like, that's her frequency of stupid. Her frequency of stupid is so high, it's almost invisible and can't be heard. It's on a frequency that only dogs and cats can really pick up. It's beyond the range of human understanding how stupid she is. Well, who's my boyfriend? Who's my boy? Who's my boyfriend? I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. It's a boy. It's a boyfriend. I'm a boy. I have a boyfriend. You're saying you talk to him in jail? Is my boyfriend in jail? Is that what you're saying? Like, she's so fucking dumb. Sonya, he's talking about himself. Okay, he's talking about himself, Sonya. You idiot. Follow. And the fact that Nesto can outsmart you is disturbing. It's disturbing, Sonya. I have a boyfriend. Okay. I'll tell her to work on that. I tell her to work on that. She has no idea what's happening in this conversation, y'all. No idea what is happening in this conversation. She's lost. Dr. Charles says all this while swindling his wife out of thousands. Right. West Side Story says, okay, trial, my break is over. Catch y'all on the replay. Thank you for coming through. West Side Story. Enjoy the rest of your day at work and enjoy your Sunday. Ms. Fine will say, yes, he was still conning Shirley for attorney fees. Correct. Beverly Chambers. Yes, Beverly Chambers said advice from Ernest. Dear God in heaven. Yes, indeed. Can you imagine? And look, Beverly Chambers, you know Steve Harvey invited Ernesto and Dion to speak to the kids at his camp. Can you imagine Dion talking to them children? Now look, I ain't meet my daddy till I was 13. You know what I'm saying? So you know, when y'all go out there to turn on the lawnmower, see, my daddy taught me when I met him that you got to pull the string real hard. You know what I'm saying, player? Yeah. So just so y'all can be a successful player like me, you got to know how to turn on. You got to know how to turn on the lawnmower. And my daddy showed it to me when I was 13. He taught me how to be a business person. and make sure you had AAA, because I'm always having something wrong with my car. Either somebody hit me or I get a flat tire or the engine blow out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, player? You know, y'all know what I'm talking about, players? God, my God. Anyway, let's listen to some more Beverly Chambers, okay? Let's listen to some more.
She's trying to live long.
Yeah, she's trying to live long, but I didn't say that part. I just say that if she so desire to be in that relationship, in a real relationship, that she wants a weekend, she gonna make sure it have some kind of weight. Yeah.
Right.
Did I give great advice? I'm just trying to make sure.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You're still an idiot. You're still an idiot. Okay. Just so you know, you didn't. Miss Fallon says, Native, you're gonna need therapy after the trial because you're sounding just like these idiots. I probably will. Miss Fallon. Probably will. And if you have any recommendations, just let me know. I'll be happy to follow up with that. Thank you. I agree. Okay. Say Jay said, don't forget, Native, to walk around the mall with $5,000 in cash and keep a gun on you, even though you're a felon. My daddy told me that my daddy told me I could just walk around with a bunch of money around the mall and then have a gun, even though I'm a felon. And they told me not to. You understand what I'm saying, player? And then when these busters out here be trying to find out about you, don't say nothing, because you don't want these busters to know how you were doing anyway. You know what I'm saying, player? You know what I'm saying, player? I ain't meet my daddy till I'm 13, and it damaged me. All right, y'all. Let's listen to some more.
Great advice. You actually do.
Okay. Andrew,
Do you take advice? You give good advice. You take advice?
Oh, absolutely, because I like to better myself every motherfucking day. I understand what you say. I'd be like, damn, okay, then with it this way, okay, guess what? I need to tighten up some more. Especially when you hear advice from somebody who got the same type of advice that you give out to someone else. Yeah. You got to check that,
He said he liked to better himself every motherfucking day. So let me ask you this, Nesto. What day was it? This must not have been a betterment day. Y'all see my mouse? It must not have been a betterment day when you was having all this shit happening in the back of your head. This must not have been a day when you was trying to make yourself better, because I can only imagine that your shit was like this yesterday. And then you came into it on this day and you took this picture. You had Lamont take a picture of your dusty ass on the phone with all this shit happening in the back of your head. What betterment happened here? And I can only imagine that the day after this picture, that it still looked like this. But you try to better yourself every motherfucking day with this dusty ass hoodie on and the dust filter all over you. That's what you're saying. You like to better yourself every motherfucking day. Well, when is the betterment day when you gonna learn how to talk? When does that betterment happen? When you learn vocabulary words? What day is that? What day is that? See, I am Coco. I'm trying to understand if he says that he's trying to better himself every day, right? Okay, Dr. Charles. Dr. Charles, follow me and just make sure. Okay. Make sure that I'm on the right trajectory with this thought. Okay. Since the calls from 2022 to the calls to 2025, this man's vocabulary, his cadence, and his usage of words has not changed. Okay. Okay. He hasn't learned any real thing, right? How, my tie, the Black Girl Experience, help me out with this, okay? How is it that he tried to get better every motherfucking day? When every motherfucking day he stays as dumb as he was the previous motherfucking day. Y'all help me. Y'all help me. Help me out, okay? Because I don't get it. We have been listening to this Negro talk on calls dating back to 2022. We are currently looking at visits and listening to calls from 2025. All right. He has not gotten motherfucking better at talking. Hey, look. Let me explain. Hold on. What the Black Girl? Oh, the Black Girl Experience. The Black Girl Experience said Native Tribe Urban Media by selling Sonya pics for oodles and noodles. Lord have mercy. My mind. What? Dr. Charles? Dr. Charles said he sound like Ike Turner on Xanax. Lord. JMM55, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Native is on the roll today. The chicken and mushmouth got him going. JMM55, I'm just going by what they are saying. I'm not making this up. JMM55, you know how Sonya be like, they like to create their own narrative. I'm not creating a narrative. This man just said that he likes to get better every motherfucking day. Now in jail, you can only do certain things every day, right? Right? One of those things we ain't gonna talk about. Another one of those things, you know, you can exercise every day. The other thing that a lot of people that are incarcerated for long periods of time do is they read books, right? So, you know, I'm just trying to understand if Nesto ain't doing the other two things, because remember him and Lamont was supposed to do push-ups over the phone, right? If he's not doing those things to get better, what is he doing? Because he does not speak as if he has picked up a book since the 3rd grade. I will not eat green eggs and ham on a boat. I will not eat green eggs and ham on a moat. He's there. He is at Dr. Seuss level of stupid, right? But he says that he likes to get better every motherfucking day. JMM55, I'm just trying to get an understanding is all I'm trying to do. Okay? That's all I'm trying to do. I don't understand. What is he getting better at? Chess? Is he getting better at organizing his pictures for his scrapbook of Gary with the T? Because maybe y'all saying he trading Sonya pictures for noodles and snacks. Maybe somebody got a stockpile of Gary with the T pictures and he's trading Sonya's pictures for Gary with the T. Did y'all think of that? Huh? Did y'all think that maybe his Gary with the T collection is getting higher and higher? So that way he'll have something to look at when he's receiving it all night long. Now, who was it that said that they was a therapist? Hold on, because I might need something. Hold on. I'm just saying, y'all, I'm trying to make it make sense. Because I don't get it. What is it that he gets better at? Oh, Miss Boogie Down, thank you so much for the super chat. Miss Boogie Down says, for native therapy fun, great impersonations. Thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate you, Miss Boogie Down. Look, y'all, I just like I said, I just listen. I just be listening. I just be listening. JMM55 said, Fat Albert Lamont. Fat Albert Lamont, I like that. Fat Albert Lamont ain't doing no push-ups unless it's a pork chop in front of his mouth, like you do a dog treats for performance. Look, here's the thing, right? Thing JM55 said, he said we gonna do push-ups over the phone. So he gonna be on the phone. Lamont gonna be on the phone, and they're gonna be doing push-ups together. That's what Lamont wanted us to believe was gonna happen. The Black Girl Experience says he's definitely choking that old chicken with those sex toys. He probably has a homemade gel pocket pussy. You know he does, and that's where it's a combination of that, and then he puts his Gary with the T pictures on the wall, and he has himself a good weekend. That's what he does. Okay. Nesto Shaka Shuffle Walk of Shame said Nesto and Sonya's parents missed every opportunity to prevent their tragedy. Their sperm donors could have swallowed them or dropped them on the sheets, or their moms could have used a messenger douche. Woo! Woo! Y'all feel that? Y'all feel that? It's getting hot in here. It's getting kind of hot. That must mean that Nesto Shaka Shuffle Walk. We saw that coming. We did. We knew that was coming. Chocolate Drop said, here's the thing. Even if there weren't any phone calls from prison, why would you be okay with county officials and staff hearing these disgusting calls? They are both pathetic. You are right, Chocolate Drop. Even without us knowing, why would you already know the phone calls are recorded. You know somebody gonna listen to them, right? Dr. Charles said, and when Dion tried to tell him about the way he speaks, Nesto shut him down and went to Sonya for advice. That was going to be my next point, Dr. Charles, because he says he tries to get better. Then when somebody tells him that he needs to get better, he gets offended. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You know what I mean? I don't understand. I just don't get it. Salt and Pepper Tresses says, I would rather take advice from an unalive gnat than from these two dingbats. A dead gnat would have better advice. You're right, Salt and Pepper Tresses. You are 1,000% right. Let's listen to some more, y'all.
Or you might meet somebody who got the same lingo. You know, that same lingo make it very, very, very interesting. Some people have closed-minded thoughts.
They're saying what? Hold on, what now? Did he say lingo?
Saying lingo.
Lingo, Nesto? The same lingo?
If somebody who got the same type of advice that you give out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta check that, you know. Or you might meet somebody who got the same lingo.
The same what?
You might meet somebody who got the same lingo.
The fuck is lingo? Lingo? The same lingo? He said Django? Joseph Bullard? Wait, somebody with the same lingo? The hell is lingo? Y'all know what lingo is? Because I don't know what lingo is. Y'all know what lingo is? Bridget girl, stop laughing for a minute. Do you know what lingo is? Because I don't know. Because see, Beverly Chambers wants me to remember that he's working on his book, his movie, and his documentary. Is that the same lingo, Beverly Chambers? I don't know what he's talking about, y'all. TDC said Duolingo. Okay. All right. Language. My child says language. Wonder why he didn't just say language. Anissa Ali, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Coffee's Brewing said mango. The same mango? Let me tell y'all something. When I try to explain to people what we talk about on my channel, because people will be like, oh, you got a YouTube channel. What do you talk about? When I try to describe this shit to people, nobody quite understands, okay? People think I'm lying about how dumb this dude is. And then he sits up here talking about that. You need to meet somebody with same lingo. With same lingo. Okay, all right. And yes, Lady Janice. Yes, Lady Janice. She said, I don't want to be led by no idiot. That is what she said. Yes, indeed. Yep. Miss Veronica says, is Lango a fruit or a vegetable? I don't know if Lango is like a lemon and a mango put together, which actually sounds like it would be delicious if you combined a lemon and a mango and made a Lango. It would be kind of sweet, kind of tart. I think a Lango would be delicious. Do y'all think that he's talking about a lemon and a mango? I'm just saying. Who was it that asked me about his ear? Okay, Southside Chi-Town said, "Are those stitches in his ear?" No, that's dirt. He's an old dirty bastard. Okay, he's an old dirty bastard. Me and Mariah go back like babies with pacifiers. Yeah, he's an old dirty bastard. Ooh, yep. He's an old dirty bastard without the Wu-Tang Clan. So no, those aren't stitches. I'm gonna say that's dirt on his ear. Yep, that's what that is. Adores Aaliyah since '94. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says new nickname for Sonya, Agatha Pisty, because she's scary. Y'all, adores Aaliyah since '94. Hold on. You might be on to something. Hold on real quick. Agatha Pisty. I like it. I like it a lot, adores Aaliyah. Let's listen to Nesto and old Agatha Pisty. Pissing all in them diapers and shit. Yeah. I like this a lot. Let's listen to Agatha Pisty. I'm just gonna leave this up here real quick. Hold on, because I like this. I think it fits. Y'all think it fits? I think it fits.
You know, that same lingo make it very, very interesting. Yes, some people have
interesting. It make it very what?
Same lingo, you know, that same lingo make it very, very interesting. Yes.
Okay. All right. Lady Janice says, I can't even cap because I'm country and I will make up a word in a minute. And you better hope I don't learn a big word from my thesaurus because I'm coming to use it whenever it sounds good in my sentence. Lady Janice, here's the thing. I believe, now trust me, I am from the South. Florida born, Louisiana in my blood, live in Georgia, went to school in Alabama. I've been all around the South. Okay, Lady Janice, but here's what I believe about you and what you're saying. I believe that in all the people who call themselves country, Southern, however you want to describe it, I believe that those made up words that you make up make sense. Okay, because I've heard it before. I've heard that Southern vernacular my whole life. Lady Janice, this is sheer idiocy. Okay, this is sheer dumbness. Okay, it's just dumb. It's just dumb, Lady Janice. And I know for a fact that you are not a dumb woman. I know that because I've read your comments. You've made some very intellectual points on my channel, so I know that's not you. So I can forgive your making up of words, but these people that we're listening to right now, this one on the screen, do you see her? Agatha Pisty and Ernest Williams, you know, they say he nasty. Yeah. Dumb. Interesting. GC said native, he can't write, but he can read. He better look out for Kid and Punch Ken. You better believe that. Lady Janice said native, I have a real master's degree in psychology. That's what I'm talking about, Lady Janice. I know you intelligent. I know you are. because you have put in some comments on my channel that I'm like, that is a smart lady right there. So I recognize that. So it ain't the same, Lady Janice, is all I'm saying. It ain't the same. These people are freaking stupid. Look at that one on the screen, Lady Janice. Just look at her. Does she look like she got a degree in psychology? She can't even spell master's degree or psychology. I'm just saying. Just look at her. Look at her. I'm gonna leave her up there for a quick second. Now look at her.
Some people have closed-minded thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Not paying
Yeah.
attention to what's going on.
All right.
That's what that is. Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah, that's what that is. You know, you might have somebody like, I can't stand it. I gave it a, oh, I don't like that motherfucker today. But let somebody get up on him and start acting crazy, talking about him, try to act on him, and see how they act up against that other person. You'll see that other love come out here. Yeah. They might take on
I think what that is in a sense is playing games.
What you mean?
My mentality when it comes to
Hold on.
Because I had a lot. I have a lot of male friends, and a lot of things I learned. I always sit and my cousins too, because all my cousins that are my age are dudes. So I always sit back and ask certain questions and certain things and what just things about dudes and stuff, right? Right, relationship dude situations, and my brother as well too. But he don't really be in relationships, so I can't ask him shit. But anywho, I know from talking to a couple guys, and that's why I say when you get with a person in the beginning, you got to be compatible on 90% of everything. Because if you're very sexual and they're not, that's gonna cause an issue. If you like to be affectionate and they're not, that's gonna cause an issue. Certain things will cause.
If you're going to be single and they're married to 5 different women, that's going to be a problem. Did your cousins tell you that? It's funny how all the guys that she's around, all the guys that she gets advice from, none of these guys have ever said, hey, Sonia, you might want to deal with somebody who is single, not married to 5 different women, and doesn't have an affection for going to jail all the time. How come none of the cousins, the guys, she sits around, she kicks it with, you know what I'm saying? She smokes a cigar and she puts her feet up and she rubs her bald spot and she says, hey, can you give me some advice? You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to get some advice on men. You know what I'm saying? You get me? I need some advice. Yeah. See, yeah. I need some advice. You see? What can you tell me about men? Huh? I need some advice on men. And then nobody bothered to tell her. Don't mess with married men. No, none of them. They gave her advice on sex and compatibility, but not a one of these niggas that she sat around and got advice from bothered to tell her, don't mess with a man who already got a wife. None of them. She said that you have to be compatible in all ways. Now, again, we're talking, these two people that are talking, okay? Let's make sure we understand the people, because you always have to consider the source when you're listening to somebody, right? So these two people that are talking, the one on the screen has never had a real marriage. She's never had a real relationship, okay? She has abandonment issues and she's male identified. Okay. Right. That's what we're talking about. Then you got this one on the other end of the phone. Okay. This one on the other end of the phone, his name is Ernest Williams. They say that he's nasty. Cheated on everybody he done been in a relationship with. Right. When Dre said you would be faithful to Shirley if the shoe was on the other foot, he said, no. Right. Does not have the ability to be faithful to any woman, has a crush on a gay man, right? Unintelligent, can't say words, does not read books, has no idea of what's going on in the world around him, has to get all of his news and opinions from a conspiracy theorist that looks like this. That's who we're talking about. That's who that's the high level conversation that we're listening to is coming from these two. This one and this one. Okay, I'm gonna show you again. This one and this one. Mm-hmm. Little black boy, what you say? What you say? Okay, yeah. Thank you, little black boy ain't got nothing to say. All right. You get me? You get me? Right. Chanel Heslop said asking for advice from men when she's more manly than them makes no sense, does it? Does it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lady 747 said, is a man married to 5 women off limits? Sounds like an equal opportunity bandit. Well, Beverly Chambers said, you're just dumb, son. Fred Sanford. Yeah, I look, I am a huge Sanford and Son fan, Beverly Chambers. So yes, I do know the context. You're just dumb, son. You're just dumb. Yeah, exactly. Noah Brown said, little black boy is hungry. We might have to give him some food, huh? Mm-hmm. So let's listen to the advice that all of the men who aren't as manly as she is give her when she sits back. Raw. You get me? Raw.
Issue when relationships get serious. In the beginning, and not so much with everybody's affectionate and fucking in the beginning. But 2, 3, 4 years down the line, are you gonna be that same person, or do you be like, no, I'm good? No.
But Sonia, how do you know? Like when you are in your, like you like to always reference your 20s, which I imagine were a hideous time for you. You mentioned that a lot, but how do you know at 20 what your attitude towards sex or what your attitude towards affection or what your attitude towards those things will be when you're 30? How are you supposed to know that in advance to where, you know, oh yeah, I'm with you right now and we're fucking every day, but then at 35, I'm still going to want to fuck every single day. Part of our conversation that we had Friday night was about that, was about getting older, right? And what your desires or your needs are, because they change, they evolve. It's not a bad thing. And some people might stay in that same high sexual energy, high sex drive. Some people might stay there. It's a possibility. Some people do, but not everybody does. And not everybody can predict that or gauge that. So you're hearing two very immature people talk about a very mature subject. And I think that it's sad that they're immature at a big age, right? You just don't know, like, oh, I'm gonna want to fuck every day. And so what she's saying is that get with somebody that knows that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that's what they're gonna want and that's what they're gonna be. I think that when you know couples and when you know people with healthy relationships and healthy marriages, the one thing that they tell you is that it's an evolution. You know, you stay in love, but it's work. You evolve, and you evolve with your person that you're with, because if you love them enough, then you're willing to make whatever adjustments that it is. And you know, that's what people with healthy relationships would say. You know, that's what people that have been in relationships, have seen healthy relationships, they understand these basic things. But here we got two people in their 50s, okay? Two people in their 50s, right? One of them looks like this when she walks out the house, all right? And the other one looks like this when he's in jail, all right? Okay? And Aquarius, this is for you. Okay, this is little black boy. Little black boy ain't got nothing to say. Okay, all right, that's for you. Aquarius Bay, that was for you. All right. Yes, I am. Coco says immature but old as hell. Doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Chocolate Drop says she's just telling him what he wants to hear. Her bony ass couldn't handle fucking every day. She admitted to tapping out during round 1. Right, exactly. Lady Janice says Sonya is a Mr. Sister. That's why this one look here called. Oh man, this lady said this is why they are in this predicament now. So immature, ignorant, just plain dumb, no coup for class, always scamming, right? And so, yeah, Miss Lady, I think that's a good point. The reason why they're in the situation that they are right now is because of just immaturity, right? What Sonya's failing to mention is that yes, she wants to fuck every day. She has a high sex drive, but you also have to deal with people who aren't always already attached, right? That's the reason why the internet doesn't like you, Sonya. The reason why the internet doesn't like you is not because that you fuck every day. It's because of who you are fucking. We don't like cheaters. We don't like people that break up marriages. We don't like people like you that don't understand boundaries. You're not going to be popular. Okay. Magic City's Finest said, I heard Friday was a doozy. Got to catch it later today. It was a good Magic City's Finest. It was good. It was a long one, okay, and I slept for a very long time afterwards, but we had a great conversation. It was a great conversation. So yes, please check that out over on Legacy Moon's channel. The Black Girl Experience says it's definitely work. I've been married for 17 years, and we had to reconnect after growing and maturing and working and work. And I went to the Army. It was a lot of distance, but real love is endless. They are clowns. Yes. So the Black Girl Experience, you've been through it, right? Like you've been through it, and you understand that it's not just about compatibility when it comes to having sex. Okay, that you have to get out the way. And usually people that say things like what they're saying are in their 20s, right? They're not at the ripe old age of mid 50s. Because when you get to that age, you're more, you've been through a lot more and you understand a lot more, but they don't have that understanding. So thank you, the Black Girl Experience, for sharing that, what you have been through. Deanne says sex may be how she feels alive. She's not introspective, no substance or depth. You know what I think it is, Deanne? I think that what it is sex equals attention to her. And we know she's at an attention deficit, literally ADD, right? She has an attention deficit. She's not used to anybody looking at her like she's a woman. She's not used to anybody treating her like a woman. So somebody that would meet her and have sex on the second day is her hero, right? Always going to be crushing on this man, and she sees sex as attention. This is somebody that likes me, that likes my woman parts, and wants to be with me. And that's the reason why she's holding on so damn strong. Dimples Wumples, where did you come from? Dimples Wumples says Sonya can barely walk, let alone screw every day. You're right. Thank you for being here, Dimples Wumples. I missed you. I missed you. Dimples Wumples says Sonya equates sex to being in love. She does. She does. The Black Girl Experience says, yes, sir. Native Tribe Urban Media. I'll still be here. Love the tribe. I'll be back going to do feminine things. Hashtag no Sonya instead of hashtag no Diddy. Right. Exactly. I appreciate you being here, the Black Girl Experience. I really do. Lady Janice says, Grady said he dislikes a thief, but he hates a dumb one. I think the principle applies here. I dislike an idiot, but I hate a dumb one. I can't be led by no idiot. You are right. Texas Toy says, and she thinks he's only 57-year-old getting attention. I see beautiful women in their 50s all the time. Look better than a little troll. Please believe it. Please believe it. Dr. Charles says she sounds like someone who bases a relationship on sexual gratification only. So animalistic and immature, Dr. Charles. Like, I know, like, and when you're, 17, 18, 19, you're still in that whole eyes wide open, whole thing. But look, at what point does that calm down and you start to get to the things that matter in a relationship? When does that happen? Apparently for these two, it doesn't. It just doesn't. Bridget Girl, thank you so much, Bridget Girl, for the super chat. For the super sticker. I do appreciate you so much. Thank you. Your support just means the world to me. Ms. Mimi says, but she's a dude. How she want to marry? How she want a man to find her sexy? Hey, Mimi, how she walk out the house like this? Huh, Mimi? What man want this to look at every day besides somebody that's locked up? Look at the part, Mimi. Look at the part. just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Social wife Melissa says, and she makes a big deal about calling him every day. The telemarketers call me every day. I don't feel a connection or loyalty to them. Sonya just has low self-esteem. Look, social wife Melissa, this is what I said about that. She makes it seem like she owes him visiting every Sunday, talking to him every day, sending him pictures, spending all this money on calls, and she equates that to equaling out. She's balancing the scales with him visiting and calling her in the hospital. That's not the same thing. It doesn't equate. There's no parallel to those things. She's doing more for him than he has done for her, but yet she can't see that. You know why, social wife Melissa? Because she graduated from Pick Me University. That's why. That's exactly why. Southside Chi-Town says, stop putting that pic up. The eyebrow is triggering. Are you talking about this pic? This one? This the pic you talking about, Southside Chi-Town? I didn't know. You said the pic. I didn't know what pic you were talking about. Was it this one? Or was it this one? Huh? Or maybe it was this one. Which pic are you talking about? Knock him out the box, Rick. I'm just saying. Which one are we talking about? We talking about this one? Or maybe, just maybe, you talking about this one. But I have a good idea that you're talking about this one. I think that's the one you're talking about, Southside Chi-Town. I believe so. Okay. I'm just saying. You said the first one. Okay. I'm just saying. That's how she chose. She had a choice. She could have went back inside, but she walked outside anyway. Attitude and Tylenol said, y'all are reaching. These are just two bros hanging out while saying I love you constantly and wanting to hunch on each other. You're right. We are making way too much out of that. Attitude and Tylenol, you got us. You got us on that one, okay? You got us.
I'm tired. Or, you know what I'm saying? I was just watching the show on TV and the guy was all horny and da-da-da. And that Cosby show, and he was all in the mood, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm tired," and he was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, no, I got a lot of work to do, so I don't want to do anything." And he was just like, "But," and I was like, "See, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that because, like I say,
woo, yo, she reached all the way into the Cosby Show when Elvin wanted to hunch." And Sonya and is her name Sonya on the show? Hold on. Is that her name on the show? Hold on. Sandra is her name on the show. Sandra and Elvin. Sandra had just had the twins. Y'all remember this episode? Do y'all remember this episode? Sandra and Elvin. Sandra just had the twins. She was not in the mood. Elvin wanted to hunch. Okay. I don't know what the hell this got to do with this conversation, y'all. Tracy, what does this episode of The Cosby Show, which is again a made-up fictional show with made-up fictional characters and made-up fictional situations? Sandra and Elvin were going through something which, I mean, a lot of couples go through. When the wife has had a baby, she may not be as the libido may suffer after that, right? It's not 100%, but it does happen. And so in the Cosby Show, they were trying to show that dynamic. Now, what she just described and how she just described it, I don't understand what the hell this got to do with any damn thing. And why would you use a TV show as an example unless you are one of the stupidest people walking the earth? Yeah, Shark Tank Life. Go back to the season when the twins were born. The episode, I think, after they were born, maybe the episode after that, Winnie and Nelson, right? Go back to that episode after that. And Elvin is indicating that he wants to be intimate. And Sandra, of course, is in law school and got all the books and everything, and she's not in the mood for it, right? But why would you bring this up in this conversation? Why are you mentioning the Cosby Show? See, I try to let Sonya know, and anybody that is a fan of Sonya, she has a very immature mind. Because what mature mind, when you're talking about relationships, would refer back to an episode of The Cosby Show? I'm just saying. Thank you, TDC. Right. Shark Tank Life because Sonya is slow. Right. Leo Lady, I don't know how The Cosby Show got into the conversation. And that's what I'm trying to say. And you're using the example of two fictional characters on a TV show to make the point about people not being compatible sexually. That's not even what the episode was about. So even if she was going to reference something on TV, the thing that she did reference from TV doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. Jay Blake said Native because she's slick, slow, and special. Right, Shark Tank Life, that is true. I'm referencing Pill Bill. It's so ironic, right? Referencing the Cosby Show, right? Aquarius Bay says it's just another example of the fact that Sonya probably peaked in the 90s. You're right about that. You are right about that. I just... Miss Fine one says Sonya's parents set her in front of a TV too long as a child. She lives in a fantasy land with a severe identity crisis, right? And then like I've seen all the episodes of The Cosby Show 5-6 times. So that's the only reason I even knew what she was talking about. But the fact that she brings up The Cosby Show in this conversation is dumb. The fact that she can't even describe the episode completely and in context is dumb. And so, yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. Hold on. I have hold on. Let me see. I got a super sticker from Denise Marie. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Denise Marie. I do appreciate your support and supporting the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, she brought up the Cosby Show. Texas Toy said her boyfriend reminds her of Cosby. I get it. It does make sense, right? Pretty Frugal Diva says, I am late. Hey, y'all, you are not late, Pretty Frugal Diva. You are present. Thank you for being here. Your presence is my present. Janetta says the conversation is gross. I feel sorry for their children and grandchildren. It's a very good point, Janetta. Hey, Thomas, can somebody wake Thomas up? Hey, Thomas, I know you're taking a nap because you don't like to plumb, but you do like to do whatever the hell you do now. And I know you're probably getting ready for that graduation coming up or your fake ass master's degree. But Thomas, do you hear your mama talking nasty on the internet? Huh, Thomas? Does it make you proud? Does it make your chest stick out, Thomas? Huh? Your mama talking nasty on the internet? Huh? Yeah. Just wanted to let you know. I thought you being her son, you might want to know that your mama is out here talking nasty on the internet. Sassy Experience says, hell, she uses Law and Order to manage Molesto. I like that. So what's the difference? No, you're right. And that's the whole thing. Sassy Experience is that she references TV like TV means something. Like I'm watching the Cosby Show. So, this is a good example of incompatibility in a relationship. Yeah, I'm gonna use this when I talk to Molesto. I like that. I like Molesto. I'm gonna call him that from now on. Sassy Experience, thank you for that. Yeah. Ms. HLS, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, whispers, these dummies. Stupid dummies. They are stupid and dumb. Thank you so much for the super chat, Ms. HLS. Ms. Lady said, I'll be embarrassed if my mom was doing this and her pic is also blasted on the internet. Would you be embarrassed if your mama walked out the house like this, Ms. Lady? I'm just saying. This woman got kids from somewhere. Allegedly, I ain't never seen her pregnant, so there's that. Let's listen to some more, y'all.
I'm the same way because I know who I am, and I like to fuck. So if I get with a guy and he don't like to fuck, it's gonna cause a problem. I done broke up with a dude who was perfect across the board, but he didn't like to have sex ever. You know what I'm saying? So I told her that let's just be friends because I don't want to cheat. You don't like to fuck.
Did you ever think, Sonya, follow me, pay attention, okay? I know it's hard because your attention span is very short, but is it possible that when you walk into the bedroom like this, I'm gonna let all y'all digest this picture real quick. I'm gonna let it just ingest. Is it possible that when you walk into the bedroom like this and then you take off your clothes and you look like this, and then while you sitting there, you looking like this, that maybe that might have something to do with the fact that this man don't want to have sex with you? I mean, you said he was perfect across the board, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't a virgin when he met you, so that means that he has had sex before. But is it possible that when you walk in the bedroom like this, okay, take off your clothes and expose him to this? Okay. All right. And then while you sitting there waiting on him, you look like this. Could this be why the operation does not happen? I want you to be real with yourself. Okay. All right. I want you to be real with yourself now. All right, little black boy, you wasn't meant to see that. Okay. All right. That wasn't for you to see, little black boy. I'm sorry. But Sonya, do you think that that might have something to do with why this man did not want to have sex with you? That when you put on a bonnet with your eyeglasses, you look like this. Did you, Sonya, did you stop to think that maybe, just maybe, this is why this man did not want to have nothing to do with you sexually? Oh, that thought didn't cross your mind, huh? You thought something wrong with him. He don't want to wake up in the morning and look at this, Sonya Wilder Durham Jackson III. Nobody wants to roll over and look at this, Sonya Wilder Durham Jackson III. All right. No one wants to make dinner reservations at a nice restaurant and you get ready and walk out the house like this. You don't think that maybe you was the problem, Sonya? You don't think so? No, you don't think so? Because as a man, I can tell you that that would be a problem for me. It absolutely would be a problem for me. If I get ready to take you out and you walk out the house looking like this, it's going to be a problem. Just saying, you know. I don't know why she don't see the problem. I don't. But she don't think she the problem. So, you know, can't convince her otherwise, right? Miss Fama says, Native, she probably does not look very confused. She probably does not look very confused in the presence of a real man. She wouldn't know what to do, even how to begin. It's really sad. Very true. Very true. Very true. Sassy experience. What's the problem? What's the problem? What seems to be the problem? I don't understand. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm just trying to say, y'all, that, like, you know, I think it's funny that everybody's the problem except for her. But we've seen the way she speaks. We've seen her personality. We've seen the way she dresses, right? We've seen the way she carries herself. And all of these things factor into what a man would find attractive to you, both physically and sexually. And so for her to say that this guy didn't want to have sex with her, it's kind of a no-brainer. Duh. Only somebody like Nesto, who they say is nasty, would want to be involved with somebody that wears a diaper, right? That wants to be involved with somebody that has to go to the bathroom every 5 seconds, right? Once some food goes down, it immediately has to come out. You know, it's not something that a lot of guys are going to be like, oh my God, let me get you in the bed. That's not something that happens. But everybody's the problem but her, right? Everybody's the problem but her. Sassy Experience, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I need V, Lenore, and Legacy to report to this post right there now. Get y'all boy, confiscate his internet, house phone, VTech, kitty laptop. Now, Sassy Experience, they do not have the authority, okay, or the ability to confiscate anything at the Native Tribe Show, okay? They just don't, Sassy Experience. They just don't, okay? It's all my stuff, okay? But I will, Villanor and Legacy Mona are in the chat. They are. They are. My friends from the internet. Yes, they are. They're here. I don't know if they're gonna confiscate anything though. I don't think so. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens later on. Okay, Sassy Experience. We'll see what happens. Okay. Texas Toy says, "Is this the call where he mentions vinegar and water?" I don't know. I hope not. Ooh, I hope not. My goodness. Let's listen to some more of this foolishness. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna work out, you know? So it's just certain things I just know when you gotta do, he wanna do it, you gotta do it. That's just what it is. You might not be in the mood, but you better get in the mood.
Ladies, no, you don't. Okay. All right. If this is not the most dangerous pick me dialogue of the entire call, all right, when you are not in the mood, you don't have to do anything. This is your body. Do not let anyone, male or female, tell you that if a guy is in the mood and you are not, you better get in the mood. Because you know who says things like that? You know who thinks like that? I'm going to tell you who thinks like that. Someone who is a predator, someone who is a rapist, someone who believes in taking things that do not belong to them. That is who says things like that. Okay? Hold on the doors, Aaliyah. Let me make sure. I got, hold on. Okay, I missed it. Hold on. I got it now. Adores Aaliyah since 94 says, what sane man want a bed a bag of bones? So Adores Aaliyah, not only that, right? Not only that, but what sane woman who is not in the mood to have intercourse says, well, I better get in the mood because he wants to have sex with me right now? See, you're right. No sane man wants to bed a bag of bones. Correct. And thank you for the super chat. But Adores Aaliyah since 94. Can you tell me what sane woman who is not in the mood to have intercourse says to herself, well, I better get in the mood? This is the type of behavior that some people find acceptable, but this is red flag behavior, right? This is red flag behavior when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to pleasing a man, right? So we're talking about a pick me, using pick me language. Well, if you ain't in the mood, you better get in the mood. No, because that leads to other things. See, that leads to other things, Sonia. And the fact that you think that it's okay for a man to speak to you like that, right? The idea that you think that it's okay for a woman to say, well, this man wants me, so therefore I better be available. My body better be available to him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Sonia. The fact that you think that that's okay for a woman indicates that you have toxic femininity, right? So we talk about toxic masculinity all the time, right? We don't really talk about toxic femininity. And that's exactly what is on display here. That's toxic as fuck, y'all. Kingdom of Kush says prostitute mentality. Absolutely. That's exactly what that is, Kingdom of Kush. You're right, brother. You're right. Toxic. I mean, think about it. A prostitute, whether she feels like going out on the stroll, going out on the strip, going out wherever she at, whether she feels like it or not, if she got a cold, she got a headache, she got an ingrown toenail, has to always be ready, even if she doesn't want to. Right? Adores Aaliyah since 94 says, you can't force being in the mood. It has to come naturally. This is why she will never be remotely close to an ally to other women, lines up with her lack of care for victims of her jailbird dude. And that's exactly what I'm getting at. See, we can learn a lot. We can learn a lot about Sonya. We can learn a lot about Nesto just listening to these conversations. Because what she just said when I first heard it this morning was very sickening and very troubling to me. If you were a man and he's in the mood and you're not, you better get in the mood. That's troubling coming from a woman. I mean, it's troubling coming from a man, Adores Aaliyah, but think about this is a woman. And like you said, most women are allies to each other, right? But she can never be an ally to a woman or a victim, ever. It's very troubling, very troubling. Dr. Charles says, unfortunately, this antiquated way of thinking has been passed on to women for generations. You're right. My goodness, Dr. Charles, that first sentence we can have a whole other live about. That if you want to keep your man, you should do whatever it takes to satisfy him sexually. Yes, absolutely. If it's mutual, fine. If both of y'all like, okay, you wake up and you're feeling frisky, that's fine. But if you are having whatever, like the example that she's giving with Sonya, or man, why can't I remember this girl? Dang. Sandra and Elvin, thank you. From the Cosby Show. That episode wasn't about compatibility. That episode was about she was going through a thing, and sometimes women, postpartum depression is a real thing. But she's saying that in a woman's postpartum depression, that woman who's going through all these things emotionally, who's going through all these things mentally, is supposed to make herself available even through all of that. You better make yourself ready. You better make yourself horny. You better make yourself aroused, because your man wants some right then and there. That's problematic that this woman has kids. That's problematic that she has a daughter and a granddaughter, and that's her way of thinking. It's really sad, Dr. Charles. It really is. Dimples Wumples says Sonya's too far gone. This woman's almost 60 and has never sought treatment for her mental instability, and she never will. She never will, Dimples Wumples, because she thinks that she is perfectly fine the way she is. TDC says toxic and harmful behavior for sure. Aquarius Base says it's given desperate, pick-me, insecure thought process. She has a very skewed relationship viewpoints. Her mom didn't teach her shit. And I have to agree with somebody else. I would have left too. I would have left too. Just saying. Social wife Melissa says you have to be ready to give your Johns cons what they want when they want to keep them coming back. Right. But social wife Melissa, you don't bring that mentality into a damn relationship. What is wrong with her? What is wrong with her? You don't, that's not, if you gonna be now, social wife Melissa, if you gonna be out there on the stroll and then you gonna want to have a relationship, you got to kind of put that stroll mentality behind you in order to be in relationship. My God. But she don't understand that. She don't understand that at all. Dr. Charles says Sonya doesn't mind just being a heart and a hole for a man. Lord have mercy. Dale Stoll, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I think she assumes he cheats because Shirley is not into it. Troubling is a man so anxious to be at 80 pounds straight out the ward. Yeah. So you heard that the other when she was talking about how he wanted to do it when she had just got out and couldn't and all this other stuff. Yeah, that is troubling. Del Sol, that is absolutely troubling. Thank you so much for the super chat. Beverly Chambers says native your laugh is adorable. I've never heard that before. Nobody's ever told me my laugh was adorable. So that tickles me on the inside. Beverly Chambers, thank you so much for that observation. Okay. It's adorable. Okay. Let's see. So Joseph Bullard says, is Sonya actually saying that all three holes ought to always be open? That is what she's saying, that is. Yes. That is what Zesty LaDude is saying, Joseph. Absolutely. Social wife Melissa says Sonya never really had a real relationship, in my opinion. Well, she hasn't. Social wife Melissa. She has not had a real relationship. And when you listen to her stories that she talks about, quote unquote, exes, they really just sound like guys that came by, to get their way with her and leave her be. You never really hear her talk about like a relationship. It's just like these situationships. You know what I'm saying? Like Sonya has always been somebody's convenience, always. So Ms. Mad About Music makes a good point. Says, what if all the daughters have this mentality? I see why the mother left. Right. Exactly. Lady Janice says, sounds to me with Sonya, her traumatic experience triggered excitement in her. It opened up a craving for sadistic behavior. Most people, trauma triggers fear, anger, guilt, shame, and not Sonya. Very, very good observation, Lady Janice. I did not think about that. But it's like she took that fear and turned it into arousal. That is wow. That's something else. Texas Toy said, I think Nesto likes that image of someone small and helpless with no power being subject to his sexual advances. CCP charges. Correct. Absolutely, Texas Toy. Absolutely. Again, we gather all of this just from listening to them, right? Just from listening. That's where we get all of this from. And yes, Texas Toy, that sounds absolutely correct. Beverly Chambers says, OMG, I'm nauseous from some of the things this hen is saying, right? She's a very disgusting person. We can just put that out. She's a very disgusting person, and she says disgusting things. Let's listen to some more of this mess.
Because when you sign up for that shit, you just gotta, what I'm saying? Both vice versa. She likes to fuck, you gotta fuck. If he likes to fuck, you gotta fuck. I said I wasn't gonna stop cussing. But anyway, what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Everybody don't think like that. Everybody don't have that open mind like that.
No, you gotta be smart when you going in a situation. You gotta.
Now Nesto describes it. I think this is interesting. Nesto describes it as open-minded, right? So you got to be prepared and ready to have sex at all times. She has to be prepared. And if she's not open-minded. Again, very troubling conversation and very troubling way of thinking about things, right? That's not being open-minded because you have final say over your body. So when Nesto is looking at these charges of grape and SA, right? That's what YouTube wants me to say. When he has these grape and SA charges, right? In his mind, he was just dealing with somebody that wasn't open-minded. See? In his simplistic mind, that person should have been more open-minded. That's his way of explaining it to himself. So when you touch somebody that they don't want to be touched, well, I was just helping them be more open-minded. See? Mm-hmm. That's his thought. That's the way he thinks. And a lot of times when those of us that are in the sane world, those of us that are on this side of the fence, right? And we look at those people on the other side, like Nesto and like Sonya, we try to figure out like, where do they get these thoughts from or what's their rationale? Nesto is telling us his rationale when he says, you know what? See, those people aren't open-minded. You see what I'm saying? Yes, Lady Janice, it is crazy, but it's real. There are people out here that think like this. Mm-hmm. If a woman wants to be left alone on a certain day, but that man is so built up and that man wants to fuck that day, see, the woman has to be open-minded. That's what Nesto's saying. Mm-hmm. Yep. Beverly Chambers says, so you submit to him at all times, whether you're in the mood or not, and he still ends up cheating on you, right? Makes no sense, right? Beverly Chambers, it sounds to me like there needs to be something else besides sex to make a relationship, a marriage, or any type of relationship work, right? That's what it sounds like to me. Because you're right. You submit to him at all time, whether you're in the mood or not, and he still ends up cheating on you. Yeah. Sounds like sex shouldn't be the glue. In my humble opinions. Jay Vickers says excuse of stepping out of marriage. The strawberry won it consistently, right? She wasn't open-minded, Jay Vickers. She wasn't open-minded. Yeah. Prima Wanda, I saw you when you came in, Prima Wanda. Thank you for being here today. Prima Wanda says, why can't the man be open-minded and understanding? Because that's not what they pick. That's not what they teach you at the Pick Me University. At PMU, the zesty fighting little dudes, they don't learn that over there. They don't. That's not one of the courses. See, at Pick Me University, in order to be a pick me, in order to be a fighting zesty little dude, you have to be able to bend over backwards, literally, for a man. Okay.
Gotta be very compatible. You gotta try to be as equally as freaky as that person, or okay with the freakiness. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think a lot of people have a lot of issues, so they can't perform, or they're embarrassed, or something medical going on that they're embarrassed about, or.
Well, generally speaking, I guess it's not really talking for older people. Young folks, I guess.
Oh, these are folks out there in their 30s and 20s and.
Really?
Yeah, man. They ain't with So you get on
wow.
And they get about 45. They done went to all these surgeries. They done kind of figured out their life, what's going on with them. How they gonna fix that shit. You get there about that age right there. Now as a man and a woman, yeah. But a man, it's like reverse backwards for them. You know what I'm saying? This shit don't get right. They gotta figure out. Now they got this new shit. They give you this new unblockage shit. So the blood flow. So that's where they ain't spending the money to go get the shit done. They ready to go cheap way out. That way they dead on stretch.
Ernesto, how you know about all this? How you know about all this? I'm just curious. How you know about what men in their 30s, 20s, and 30s? Y'all listening to the wrong thing, okay? No, wait. Yeah, look, Bible lady, y'all listening to the wrong thing. Make it rain. Hear me out. How does Nesto know what 20 and 30-year-old men are going through sexually unless he has been with, okay, y'all ain't hearing the same thing I'm hearing. Okay? Y'all ain't hearing what I'm hearing. What I'm hearing, okay, Kingdom of Kush say Nesto Van Zant. But Kingdom of Kush, I don't have any idea. Thank you, Prima Wanda. See, Prima Wanda got it. Prima Wanda got it. Thank you, Miss Fine One. See, y'all ain't hearing. Y'all ain't hearing what I'm hearing. How does this man know what is happening sexually with young men who are in their 20s and 30s? Because, see, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. See, these are facts that only a doctor would really know about. How Miss Fine One, see, Miss Fine One said, oh, his experience with other men. Okay. Thank you, Shark Tank Life. He is telling on himself. How do you know? I am a man. I am 48 years old. I'll be 49 this year on September 13th, if y'all want to write that down. Okay. I have no clue what is happening with 20 and 30-year-old men sexually. I don't. You know why? Because that's not what I deal with sexually. Okay. Texas Toy, I just wanted to make sure everybody knew. Okay. Dr. Charles, listening to Nesto telling on himself. Yes. Yes. I have no idea what is happening with them. I have no idea that they're too cheap to go get surgery. I have no idea. But he, on the other hand, is speaking from expertise about what is happening with 20, because Sonya said, oh, the old man. He said, no, this happening with 34. And trust me when I tell you, my friends, we don't talk about what we're doing in the bed sexually. We don't talk about inadequacies. We don't talk about none of that stuff, right? We don't talk about the game. We don't talk about Kendrick, just unaliving Drake, right? We're going to talk about all these other things. We don't talk about how we're doing sexual health wise, right? The only way he'll know that, Del Sol, the only way he'll know that the only black but not bitter is if he is dealing with other men sexually. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. He is telling on himself. He is telling on himself. Sometimes you can talk too much, and we know that they talk too much. Yes, Salt and Pepper Trusses. He's telling on himself. Salt and Pepper Trusses say he's telling on himself. How does he know about Gary's sexual issues? Huh? Y'all don't hear me. Men do not talk about this stuff with other men. We talk to our doctors about this. So it's not like he got it from a conversation. How else would Ernesto Williams, they say he nasty, know all this, have all this expertise about what is happening with 20, 30, 40-year-old men sexually, unless he experienced it himself with those men? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. TDC said Ernestine Williams. Exactly. Yep. Bible Lady said that's exactly what I'm saying. ED, erectile dysfunction. I'll go a little step further. He's justifying the grape, saying he can't get aroused without taking it or being aggressive when it comes to sex. That too. It's HLS September 13th. Ms. Mad About Music says someone had mentioned that those dildos was not being used on women. Yeah. Devil's Wumpus makes a very good point. She says Sonya can get harder than Nesta. I imagine if they had a contest, that's who would win. Yep. Right. I want y'all to really just think about it. I want y'all to think about it. Listen. I'm gonna go back just a little bit. Just listen to the expertise that he speaks with, okay? On this issue that affects other men, okay?
No shit. They give you this new unblocking shit, so the blood flow. So that's, but they ain't spending the money to go get the shit done. They're ready to go cheap way out. And why they dead on stretch.
Well, that's not cute.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying though, man. All I'm saying is these older folks that I talk to, and I be just like, hey, you got, and I begin to invite if I see shit commercial with it. Hey man, I'll write the number down. I'll pass the number on. See one later, man. What's that number you say?
Right.
Y'all know I don't know what he said, right? Y'all know I don't know what he said. Y'all know I don't know. I don't have any clue what the hell he just said. Okay, hold on.
Write the number down. I'll pass the number on. See one later, man. What's that number you say?
Right.
Black but not bitter, my hero. I don't know what the hell he just said. We are going to have to use. That's right, y'all. The Legacy Moon Slow Down Rewind. Let's see if we can figure it out together. Black but not bitter, because I don't know what the hell he just said. Hold on, we gonna listen to it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. This slowdown is brought to you by Legacy Moon True Crime and Mysteries. Let's listen.
Invite if I see shit commercial with it, hey man. I'll write his number down. I'll pass his number on. See one later, man. What's that number you say?
I'm sorry, what? Okay, hold on. This is English, right? Like he didn't switch to another language. Like this isn't Arabic or this is still English, right? Okay, let's do it again.
The older folks that I talk to, and I read like, hey, you got, and I begin to write if I see shit commercial with it, hey man, I'll write his number down, I'll pass his number on. See one later, man. What's that number you say?
Right.
And then her dumb ass talking about right. Okay. So I'm gonna do this one more time to see if I can get a rough estimate of what he's saying. Because I don't know. Okay, hold on.
That I talk to,
I'm
and
sorry.
I read
Mhm.
like, hey, you got, and I begin to write about see shit, commercial with it, and man, I write the number down, I pass the number. No, see one lady, man, what's that number you say?
Kingdom of Kush, the whatever he said ended with a shit. Yeah, man. One time I'm writing them down and I get to Now, Major's wife has done some legwork for us. Major's wife said the ED commercials, he used to write down the numbers and pass it along. That's that. Okay. So Major's wife, how did that sentence end with because that's how he ended the sentence. It wasn't even, y'all, listen again. Y'all, hold on. I'm not making this up. He ends the sentence with a okay, let's listen.
All I'm saying is, the older folks that I talk to, and I read like, hey, you got, and I begin to write about see shit, commercial with it, hey man, I write the number down, I pass the number. No, see one lady, man, what's that number you say?
Okay. All right. So we don't know what the hell that was. I think Major's wife had the closest translation to what's going on, but I don't understand. Angel had 62. I keep telling y'all, I'm not responsible if y'all are eating or drinking while you are at the Native Tribe show. Okay, I'm not responsible for that. Okay, so I'll get you another soda. All right, I'll get you. Let me know where to send it to. I'll get you another soda. Okay. I'm just saying, I don't understand. Major's wife said, you know, he's simple as hell. He thought he made a little jokey joke. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, with anything, it may say leg normal, they give the free game on TV, but hey, I can't fix the soul for everybody. So I get that. That's all. That's it.
I guess.
What you mean, you guess? I mean, you're like you said.
I said I guess.
I mean, that's what you said. That's what you said. Hey, I know how to make my butt look bigger. I know how to make it look firm like I'm 21. You said that. Okay, you said that. Okay, that's probably. Yeah, that probably what a motherfucker needs to just see in some jams.
What I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying that, you know, I'm saying, you've got to have a conversation. I think a relationship is like a business. You got to have your meetings. You got to have your contracts, verbal understandings of everything. You got to let everything, so no one's wasting no one's time. You got to understand, this is what I like, this is what I want, this is what I expect. You know.
Hey y'all, Sonya think that a relationship is like a business. Guess who ain't never had a business? Guess who's never had a successful business? Guess who's never had a business pop off? If your guess was this person, then you're probably right about that. But that wasn't who I was referring to, okay? I was not referring to her. I was referring to this one. Yep. Ms. Unsuccessful Business. Yep. But she thinks that a relationship is like a business, a thing that she's also only imagined in her head. And you're probably wondering which head did this head. That's the head that she imagines all this stuff in. Okay. Yep, that's it right there. Okay. All right. Let's listen to how a relationship is like a business, Jay Vickers. Okay. She ain't did that, Jay Vickers. She ain't made her butt look bigger. That ain't happened. It's more imagination. Thanks for coming back, Justin's mom. I appreciate you. All right, let's listen.
You know, these are the mistakes I made in the past. I don't want to have these going forward. These are the issues I had in the past. You generalize, you don't specify because no one wants to hear about the ex, but you just specifically say, you group everybody together and say, this, and this I didn't like in my past relationships, and this I really love. Going forward, you know, I realized what I, you know, and then you have that understanding going in. That person agrees to it. Now, don't just yes me because, you know, you think this, that, and the other. Because
they do that shit. You know they do.
Yeah, because they be like, oh, yeah, I got it. Like, they try to get the job. Then when they get hired, they don't know how, you know what I'm saying? They get fired. But it's like, don't waste my time.
Guess who ain't never had a real job, y'all? Guess who ain't never had a real job? Angel has 62. Sonny Waller Durham Jackson III. They ain't never had a real relationship. Okay. So let's not be fooled. Let's not be fooled. She's referencing things she don't know nothing about. Businesses and jobs. Yep.
Because what's going to happen is we're going to have a real falling out because I'm discussing with, and I do that whenever I discuss everything up front and tell a person exactly what it is and how I am, what I tolerate, what I don't. Don't waste my time. If you're the type of person that can't be with one person, don't be with one person. Be with the fucking world, but be honest about it. You know, if you feel like you could do it, then do it. You know, but it always just come out. You laughing, but I'm so serious. I mean, that's how I am. I've always been like that. Whenever I'm on the second date or the third date, I just had a conversation because this looks like you might go somewhere. So let me just tell you what it is so we don't waste no more time. And if you can do this.
I know that my friend V. Lenore is in the chat, and I know that my friend V. Lenore is in the bushes and may not respond. But my friend V. Lenore had a conversation with Sonya. If you all have not seen that interview, please go check that out on her channel. It's classic. And this conversation that she says that she likes to have, she never had with Ernesto. Because my friend V. Lenore asked her, well, Sonya, did you ask him if he was married? Her answer was no, she did not. Okay. So everything she's saying is bullshit. And we already know that, but there's confirmation of the bullshit just based on the conversation that V. Lenore had about when she met Nesto. When she met Nesto, she did not bother to have this quote unquote conversation, right? About him even being single. So that's why we know on June 9th of 2023, she's making all this shit up trying to impress him because he knows that she never had this conversation. And that's why he's laughing in her face right now. Keep it like you keep it, huh? She never has this conversation. Social wife Melissa, you are 1,000% correct. Out of everybody that tried to do it, V. Lenore did the best Sonya interview, period. And a lot of times when we are like making our videos and our commentary, and when we say things about Sonya and we tell Sonya to her face that she is lying, it's because of the V. Lenore interview that she did with Sonya. Everybody else was, oh, Sonya, you must be going through it. Oh, my God, the internet is so mean. V. Lenore held Sonya's feet to the fire. V. Lenore was professional. She was courteous, right? But she did not let Sonya get away with what everybody else had been letting her get away with. And that was just acting like we were stupid. And not only did she not let her get away with that, but she asked the questions that everybody else seemed to be forgetting to ask her, right? To the point that where Sonya got frustrated and hung up in my friend's face. I ain't appreciate that, right? So we know that Sonya lying right now about having a quote unquote conversation when she didn't even ask this man if he was married. And when V asked her, did she not consider that to be lying by omission, right? She didn't really have an answer for that. Virgo Cali, you right, she did. She did. V gave her good advice. V tried to tell her that, you know, when you get to a certain age, these are the questions that you have to ask. V asked her why she was attracted to these men that are so dangerous, that have put her life in jeopardy. All of these things happened during that interview. And again, if you all have not seen it, please go to my friend's channel, The V. Lenore Show, and check out that interview. It is good. You will learn a lot if you did not know or if you did not see that. Yeah, y'all check that out. Ms. Fine says, I remember that phone call where she was talking to V. Lenore. She did say they never had that conversation, but she lies so much about everything she can't keep up with them. Correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. Welcome back, The Black Girl Experience. Thank you for coming back. I do appreciate that. Yes, she did say that. She has The Black Girl Experience said, did she say she likes to fuck? Yes, she has. Yes, she has. Yep. Lady Janice said, yes, I just rewatched that interview about a week ago. V put her foot on Sonya's back. Look, Lady Janice, I remember it in my head. Like I remember it step by step, the way that V expertly broke down Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. And again, if you all have not seen that, please go check that out. In the meantime, let us listen to more of this foolishness.
Then we can keep seeing each other if you feel like this is something you can do or handle. But if not, you know, let's just be cool. Because I always believe in, you know, if you friend with you, be friends. We ain't got to be enemies just because shit didn't work out. I'm not a vindictive type of girl. I'm not a crazy girl. I don't believe in fucking people shit up or calling police and doing all that crazy stuff. I believe in just walking away and just upgrading and just bettering my situation. That's all I believe in.
Okay. All right then. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just okay. All right then.
You're so silly.
Yeah, that's all I can say. I mean, hey man, I took up enough of your work time. Go ahead on, handle your business. I'll just
Call me back at 7 o'clock. I'll be done.
Yeah.
I'm almost done now. I just gotta do this one more paragraph, but I'm actually done. I just gotta finish it, but I gotta throw some clothes on. My hair stuff is done. And my makeup is done. I did that like around 9 o'clock this morning. And so all I got to do is, and I got my clothes. I picked up my clothes yesterday. I got some real cute shit. It's got to be real cute today. Even though I'm only going out with my son.
Okay, that's cool. That's okay. You know, I done went out with my daughter's dates, mood dates, all that. It's actually fun, to be honest with you.
Right.
That's to be expected, you know. None of that. All right, did you eat your oatmeal today? Nope.
What?
No,
Thank you. I did. I had a small bowl of it. I didn't want to have too much. I had to start off kind of small.
Why?
I'm about to, and then I had half a sandwich. I'm about to drink it Ensure right now.
Oh, all right then. Oh, that was another thing. But
here, to go buy Ensure in my hand right here. Here. Okay. I'm about to drink the Ensure.
Okay.
So I was looking at my skin yesterday, and I was like, I got to really get my fitness on. I got to put 10 pounds on me.
Oh, you looking
I got to
at
put
what?
10 pounds on me.
No, you were looking at what?
My thinness.
Oh, okay. So basically what you're saying is you heard something yesterday. You heard a conversation.
Man, I hear everything you say.
Oh. All right then. Okay. All right.
I know what it is.
I love you too.
Even when you don't say it directly.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you. Right.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Call me at 7. Love you. Morning.
All right, y'all. We have completed call number 1. What y'all think? Did we learn anything from call 1? Any lessons? Any lessons? Aquarius Bay, I don't understand the weird thank you at the end, but well, Kimmy K, I think she's hyped because she's gonna talk to her boyfriend again. Angel here 62 said he liked that little childish frame of hers. He loves it. Loves it. Yes. Okay. And hold on. I saw one that was interesting. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Why is she so okay? Shirley's divorce finally says she's describing herself all the things she just said, right? But I saw one that was about her and Thomas that I thought was interesting. Where's that? Where's she at? I don't see it anymore. I don't know. I'll find it and I'll whoever said something about Thomas was her pseudo man. I cannot find that comment. Oh, here it is. Jay Blake said it. Jay Blake says she uses her son like he's her pseudo man. Right. Like, okay, so I've taken my mama to the movie before. Right. As a matter of fact, I take my mama to the movie all the time. Whenever I go home, we usually go catch a movie because we like to watch movies. So we'll go to the movie theater. But one thing my mama don't do is get all cute and dressed up. Now, she a cute little lady, but she don't get all fancy and dressed up because her son is taken out to the movie, right? Like, it's just that's weird, Jay Blake. That is weird. Thank you for pointing that out because that is weird to me that she does that. Keisha Marie learned something. She said, I learned that I learn every week like he liked sharing. That part. Sure do. He sure do. You can't convince me that he don't. Janetta says, I wonder if she really believes he loves her. You know what, Janetta, I don't think she really, I think her thing is she loves him. I don't even think she thinks about whether it's being reciprocated. I don't think that that's even a part of Pick Me University thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's all about her loving him is what's is the way that works. Jay Blake says the way she was talking about doing her hair, exactly. Yeah, it's not that's weird, Jay Blake. That is absolutely strange. Lady Janice said, yep, I learned they both need a Hannibal Lecter straight jacket. Let's get in the call too. Those are good points that we learned. Yes. Call number 2. Here we go. And y'all look out for my adorable pet that phone calls from prison flashes on the screen. Shout out to Shay, because every time she does this, it makes me laugh. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so the movie starts at 7:30. Why you late?
I ain't late.
Yeah,
What makes me late?
because you got to get out, pick your son up out here, drop him off at Target, come back, get back. That's about
You just know my life too well. I do have to do all of that.
Because your ass is simple as fuck. If a dude in jail knows your life and knows your routine, you simple as fuck, Sonya. I'm just saying, you might want to, I don't know, add some video games or add some calisthenics. I don't know, go walk around Stone Mountain, do something else so that a man in jail don't know everything that you do all day, every day. I'm just a suggestion, y'all. Just a suggestion. My God.
Yeah, but he didn't even call me yet to say that he's even near here. And I'm in the closet about to put these clothes on.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't even get a call. I talked to him at 6 o'clock and said, you better be over here by 7, no later than 7:30 because it's a game.
Yeah. Okay. So how are you trying to, talk to your folks today? So, I want to know, how are you going to fix all that? How are you going to do attention? Because the concern was, they don't want to get in no
always
trouble.
had a problem. So I'm thinking,
What you say?
don't think about it. Don't think about it. Won't be about it. That's what I'm thinking. But
No,
it's
that ain't
nothing.
how that ain't what they told me.
That ain't how that works.
No, that ain't how they work. They say that thing happened several times, several incidents. I said,
It's
really?
enormity. Oh, damn.
Yeah. And say they don't want to feel like they're taking advantage, because, most women, when they on top, that's in a real man mind, it's like they're trying to demand them, dethrone.
Demasculate them.
Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely true.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. This is something in mind.
Just so y'all know, that is not in most men's mind, okay? I just want y'all to know that. Okay, it's not in most men's mind. But we do have Leo Lady 251, who's been rocking with your boy for 5 months. Yo, Leo Lady, almost half a year with the tribe. Thank you so much for your I appreciate your support so much, Leo Lady, my Gulf Coast sister. Remember, Milestone says, I need Miss Smokey's paw print, aka autograph. Well, I'm gonna see if she's doing autographs. You know how it is. Every time one of these videos drop and she's in one of them, it's a whole ego thing. She be looking at the TV and then she look at me like she want me to give her the lobster snack. And I'm like, I'm trying to keep her humble, Leo Lady. So let me find out if she's doing some autographs and then we'll see what I can do for you. Okay. But thank you for the member milestone. I appreciate you being here for 5 full months. That is absolutely amazing to me. Thank you so much. Let's listen to some more.
I'm trying to demand you or take masculine from you. No, you only up there for a minute anyway. It's not like I always have to be on top.
I got that part, but a man is different on the top. Man different.
Well, you know what? If he likes to be on top, if he likes to, you know what I'm saying, just feel better for him himself.
Yeah, that's what the sumiating. That's what they're saying. That's most men anyway.
That's part of it. Yeah. I mean, but sometimes it feels better for the woman to be on top. For her.
Listen, that's true.
Because I'm trying to, run somewhere, just I can angle it at us like
I understand what's going on. But there's the other thing that what I'm saying is.
What's the thing?
You don't get it. You trying to get it. But I
get what you're trying to say. But,
okay. So no folks don't want to be like they hurt. They don't want to feel like they don't want to feel like they hurting you, beating your ass,
I get it. Right. Yeah. You feel the way.
Yeah, they don't want to feel like that. Now, why would they want to feel like that? Come on now. I mean, you got to realize what's going on here.
Make it make sense.
Yeah,
Two geriatric old ass people talking about sex in a very immature and unnuanced way. Now, go back to assumiate. Okay. All right. Let's I don't know, y'all. I really did. This is why I say I need y'all help. I'm not an expert on this. I'm not an expert on this stuff. Okay, Aquarius Bay, I don't know everything. I need y'all to help me with this. Okay.
So no folks don't want to be like they hurt. They don't want to feel like they don't want to feel like they hurting you, beating your ass,
I get it. Right.
Yeah.
You feel the way.
Yeah, they don't want to feel like that. Now, why would they want to feel like that? Come on now. I mean, you got to realize what's going on here.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, I done made it make sense. You need to make it make sense.
Shush. Hold on. That's all correct. I feel you, boo.
I feel you, boo. I don't know what the hell boo just said, y'all. I don't. This conversation is so confusing to me.
For her.
Listen, that's true.
Because I'm trying to, run somewhere, just I can angle it at us like I understand
what's going on. But there's the other thing that what I'm saying is.
What's the thing?
You don't get it. You trying to get it, but you.
I get what you're trying to say. But,
okay. So no folks don't want to be like they hurt. They don't want to feel like they don't want to feel like they hurting you, beating your ass,
I get it. Right.
Yeah.
You feel the way.
Yeah, they don't want to feel like that. Now, why would they want to feel like that? Come on now. I mean, you got to realize what's going on here.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, I done made it make sense. You need to make it make sense.
Shush. Hold on.
Did she do something in her diaper? What was that? He said, you need to make it make sense. What the hell was that?
Yeah, I done made it make sense. You need to make it make sense.
What was that? Sleepy Libra, what was that? Jay Blake, what was that? I don't understand. Thank you. Look, Marcia, not Marsha. Somebody please make this make sense. I don't understand. Hey, let's talk about it all. Said lies. What? Never heard this ever. I never heard any men I had that they didn't want me on top. And you're not. Okay. Look, as a man of a certain age that have been through some things, let's talk about it all. You are not going to hear that. Okay. I don't I don't know what I'm so confused, y'all. I am so confused. And I really don't understand what the fuck this noise is. I just don't. What the hell is what is this, y'all? What sound like Dre? What the listen to this.
I mean, you got to realize what's going on here.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, I done made it make sense. You need to make it make sense.
What was that? Okay, I'm done with it. I'm done.
Hold on. This phone correct. After you, boo.
Yeah, 'cause them folks like to talk salad. They like to toss that salad around. You know what I'm saying? They don't want it to be a stale ass salad with some dry dressing on it.
You know what?
Do y'all know? All right. I keep telling y'all. This man keep telling on himself. April B, TDC. Do y'all know what? I know y'all want to know what an assimilate is, but do you know what a tossed salad is? Do you know what a tossed salad is, Ms. HLS? Because Chris Rock told us a long time ago what a tossed salad was. Is my brother Kingdom of Kush still in here? Is my brother Joseph Blake still in here? Do y'all remember specifically Chris Rock telling us what a tossed salad is? Huh, Prima? Okay, Prima wanted to know. Jay Vickers understands that he at this point is just revealing himself. Yeah, see, a tossed salad, TDC, is when Kingdom of Kush know. Yeah, that's when you take your tongue and put it up another man's anal cavity. All right. Yes, it was Prima Wanda. Yes, Kimmy K know what it is, right? Jay Vickers understands that straight men don't say tossed salad, y'all. I'm not making this up. I'm not trying to accuse Nesto of anything. What I am saying is that Ernesto Williams, they say he nasty. Jay Vickers understands what I'm trying to get across is that we don't have to accuse him of anything. Ernesto reveals himself in the things that he says. That's right, Prima Wanda, with syrup or with jelly. That's right, Bible lady. If y'all want to know what tossing a salad is, okay? And I ain't trying to get explicit on y'all Sunday afternoon. I'm really not. But I do think it's important for us to understand that when Ernesto speaks, Ernesto tells on himself every single time. Now, if y'all missed him talking about the tossed salad, I'm going to go back just a few minutes or just a few seconds so y'all can hear him talk about tossing the salad.
After you, boo.
Yeah, 'cause them folks like to toss salad. They like to toss that salad around. You know.
So Ernesto, what you like doing when you up in the Cobb County adult correctional facility?
Folks like to toss salad.
Oh, you like tossed salads. You like tossed salads. You like tossed. Hey, Kimmy K, he like tossed salads. Jet Black Straight, he like tossed salads while he up in there. He like tossing them salads. Salt and Pepper Truck say he keeps telling himself in everything. He sure does. That's right. Make it rain. He like tossed salads. Yeah. The man said he preferred jelly. He was syrup or jelly. I prefer jelly. Yep. That was the joke. And no, Miss HLS, he cannot say it right, but I bet he can do it right. I bet he can do it right. Lady Janice said, Native, this is why I read Psalms 23 prior to coming on. Yes. And that's why I said read it twice, once for you and once for us. I appreciate that, Lady Janice. Thank you. Yeah, you know they call him nasty, Jay Blake. You know they say he nasty. Bible lady said, I went to church today and pastor preached about being delivered and living a balanced life. I'm well balanced. Look, see, that's what you got to be. That's what you got to be, Bible lady. Okay, that's what you got to be. Jay Vickers said, let me guess, he like ranch and blue cheese with his tossed salad. Oh man, Miss Riri 60 and family said, oh my God, this nasty conversation will lead me to drinking and firing up a blunt, and I don't do either. Who talks like this on recorded calls with a dumbass? I don't know. Look, Miss Feinman says the fact that he's not whispering like he would whisper about the CP charges is very telling. It really is. It really is. Let's listen. Let's listen, y'all. Let's listen. Let's see what else we can find out about old nasty. You know they say he nasty. That's what they said.
They like to toss that salad around. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to be in a stale ass salad with some dry dressing on it.
You know what? Like, I love you.
What they got to do? What? Hold up.
This man just said he like tossing salads and like tossed salads, and then she says, I love you. I love you. I love you.
You know, we was having a day. I'm just like, okay, that's cool. I like that for that. That makes sense. You know, they want to see that thing drip when they on top. They want to see it drip down and all that little good shit. You know, that's some good shit going on. You know.
Yeah.
You know, some people fake it till they make it, but real folk don't. They ain't trying to fake it. They trying to see that thing like old cow. Milk it. They want to see all that. They want to see all that action going on, and that's what we discussed today as a meeting. So I get.
Can't you see that better? Can't you see that better when she on top?
Yeah, you can. You can. But see, sometimes when they talking about his shit, they shit, it's talking about they only that one person shit. They want to see that, like you see what they do. They want to see the same thing from you. They want to see that. And a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't. It be internal. It don't come out. It don't come out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Yeah. Mom's just calling me. Hold on.
While she takes that call, Ebony, are you safe? I know them earthquakes can be a trip out there, man. Are you safe? Wasn't too bad. 4.1 magnitude. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure you good, because you know, it's bad enough we got to deal with Ernesto tossing salads and shit, but I don't want to have to worry about you out there in LA and what's happening with earthquakes. So you know, just want to make sure you good. You know, all right. I mean, you still online with us, so hopefully that means that you are okay. Prima Wanda says, aren't these fools in their 50s? They absolutely are. Look, the only black but not better says, bouncing on a mushroom, I'll pass. Lord have mercy. Ooh, Aquarius Bay, you know she was lying. She said, but she has insisted that all of the calls are dry and they're just friends. She think we stupid, Aquarius Bay. We are far from stupid, y'all. Beverly Chambers says, wife is short, y'all. What a complete waste of time, but it's on them. Correct. Mind and Business says, toss salad with mustard on the beat. Mustard on the beat. Oh, yep, that too. Mind and Business, that too. Texas Toy said, these people are not only almost 60, they have both been around many, many times. They sound like kids. It's the immaturity for me. I think when I listen to these calls, it's the absolute immaturity for both, for, you know, how short-sighted Nesto is, and Nesto swear that he's the wisest man that's ever been to jail, and then how stupid Sonya is. It's the combination of both of those things that make these calls like unbearable sometimes. But we gonna get through it, y'all. We are almost done with this one.
Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. Where you at, man?
That's how she answered the phone, y'all. She answers the phone with some black sheep. That's how she answers the phone.
Hold on. Yeah. Tomas is calling me.
When Tomas calls her, this is how she answers the phone.
Hold on. Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. Where you at, man?
That's how she answers the phone. I can only imagine how hard Tomas is rolling his eyes every time he called his mama. Because I would be rolling my eyes if my mama answered the phone. Engine, and it sounds like she's struggling, right? She don't even make it sound cool. She don't even make it sound like Drez from Black Sheep says it. She says, engine number 9 on the New York. You just say hello, mom. Shit. Just say hello, mom. Just say hello. Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. Where you at, man? Oh, God. Oh, my God. Okay, y'all listen.
Pardon me? Did you get off the freeway yet to go to Target? Oh, for real? How long before you get over there? Oh, okay, cool. I got you. All right, bye. Thank you. Hello.
Yeah.
Engine number 9 on the New York Transit. You like New York rap?
Nope, I don't.
And apparently you don't either. Because if you like New York rap, you wouldn't say that shit like that. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Shout out to Miss Boogie Down.
Oh my God, you're so country.
No, just like
I'm talking about old New York rap, like the 90s.
You talking about
the 80s.
Big Daddy, y'all like shit like
No, that's the 80s. You're talking about the 90s.
They got the 90s. Yeah.
You're talking about 90s rap. When it was, Nigga Jay-Z, all that era. Nas, AZ.
No, I ain't like none of that shit. No.
Huh?
I like Big was cool. Big was cool because he had that. I like beats. New York don't have good beats to me. Not to me.
You like beats?
I like beats. You got me shaking my head on what you got me. But all that just rhyming, just some noise in the background, I don't like all that. I don't even like out there California shit. That shit weird.
I understand the California rap. I do like New York. It is the original. And I'm from the original rap era where it first came and started. So I do like New York because.
Well, I mean, Houston, Flutie, of course you agree. You are in Houston, from Houston, home of DJ Screw, home of Rap-A-Lot Records, which Mike Dean and all those great producers that did some great work with the Ghetto Boys produced 8Ball and MJG's first album was produced in Houston. So yes, I understand that. But I think that to have a very nuanced conversation about rap music, you got to go deeper than just the 90s. There is a whole slate of producers up there from the Hit Factory. I'm not going to say P. Diddy because he got a lot of tracks from other people, but you got a lot of talented producers up there. So when he says he likes beats, yeah, there's a lot of great producers that came from New York. A lot of great producers that came from the South. A lot of great producers that came from the West Coast. So all New York rap did not sound the same in that era. Not at all. But, again, that's right. One of my favorite songs of all time, Houston. I still listen to this song at least 3 to 4 times a week. 25 lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir. I got to get paid. Produced by DJ DMD from UGK fame. Yes. So this is probably one of the most basic ass conversations about rap I've ever heard in my life. I don't like that California rap. It's weird to me. You like 90s New York music? It's 90s. It's in the 90s. So I like it because it's from the 90s. This is one of the dumbest damn conversations. DJ Premier, thank you so much, Kingdom of Kush. Absolutely. One of the best. One of the best, DJ Premier. I'm sorry, Beverly Chambers. My bad. I forgot y'all hate my voice. Sorry. Beverly Chambers, was you a part of that 90s Southern rap music? I'm just curious because, Little Lady D said, I'm from the South Bronx, East 163rd Street, South Bronx, South Bronx. That's right. I love rap music. So like when they start talking about rap music and they make it so basic, they make it just the most basic conversation in the world. Like it was 90s rap. It was not, I don't like that California rap. Well, I mean, it was more than California. You had the West Coast, you had Sir Mix-a-Lot that was up in Washington. You know, you had the whole West Coast, the whole California, Sacramento with Brother Lynch Hung and Ice Cube, of course, E40 up there in Vallejo. I mean, there was a lot to like about West Coast rap, you know. So, you know, for them to try to act like they are rap snobs, it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. And of course, the king of Compton, Keisha Marie, Kendrick Lamar, right? Right? It's just crazy. Victor the Veil says Space Age Pimpin' is still on rotation. Knowing my young behind didn't have any business listening to that song back then. Let me tell you, I wasn't young back then, Victor the Veil, and that song was in everybody's speakers. That song was in everybody's speakers. I'm just saying. New age, oh man. Every once in a while, this is how we play the game. Okay, Primo Wanda says, my great producer came from Indiana. We got married years later after meeting him when I recorded at his studio. Go ahead, Primo Wanda. I ain't know you was doing all that. I ain't know you was doing all that. Okay, yeah. I am Coco, E40. Yes, indeed. E40, man. E40 was changing the game. I remember the first time I heard E40 on Coco when he first came out. I was like, who is this dude and why does he sound like that? Like I was confused. Lady Janice said, well, I like Biggie over Tupac. There's a case to be made for that. There's a case to be made for that. However, Lady Janice, if you get a chance to look at, there's a video out of some of Biggie's questionable lyrics. Check that out and then see what you think. I'm curious because that dude said some stuff that make you kind of raise an eyebrow. Miss Fine one says, sorry, honestly, I don't know rap that well. Never have been an aficionado of it, but I do respect the artists of great work. Some true heavy hitters, yeah. But even Miss Fine one, I bet you know who Kendrick is. I bet you know Mustard on that beat. Oh, I bet you know that. Kingdom of Kush is very questionable. Look, Kingdom of Kush, Biggie Small said some things that I'm like, okay, if you say so. Keisha Marie said E40 and be legit. Yay, area. A all around the world, same song. Yep. Say Jay says Shock G was responsible for Tupac in his first two albums getting hitting so hard. You are right. And where's Shock G from? New York. That's what I'm saying. Victor DeVille said Biggie has some seriously questionable lyrics, sort of validated the Diddy accusations. A dude actually did a whole breakdown of his lyrics. And yeah. Ms. HLS, Mustard on that beat. Oh, that's right. That's right. That is right. Man. Best lyric is hold on, what she said? Jay Becker's best lyric was I got the lyrical dishes for your bushes. Yeah. I used to like the line that I used to like. Lady Ray said something about giving you eargasm. No, was that her that said that eargasm line? Or was that Dr. Dre? I can't remember. But anyway, theme is fine one. That's what I'm saying. I know you do. Yo, let's listen to this very basic ass conversation about rap.
Yeah.
Okay, well you have it then. You have it on. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I have it on. You so silly.
You have it on.
Come on, you have it on.
Okay, so did the old man set well with you?
Yeah, everything set well with me today.
Okay.
I even ate some of that from yesterday. That was cool.
Okay, so they're gonna have to be your dial for a minute until you go get your other stuff because you ain't gonna do it yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Same. Okay, I got you.
I'm trying to put you on game now, cause don't.
No, I got you. I feel you.
I'm trying to put you on game the best way I can now. I'm trying to put you on game.
Okay.
What?
That's it. Okay, I'm trying to put my shoes on while I talk to you.
Okay. Yeah, trying to put you on game now. Cause sometimes you want what you want, but you gotta sacrifice to get what the other folk want too. So you can get all what you want.
Down the middle.
That's how that.
Right.
Yeah.
Down the middle.
What you say?
I said it's down the middle.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're good then. You're good. That's some good quality for you today to ponder on.
Yes, love.
Yeah, ponder on the good stuff. Yeah, keep it young and sexy. Keep it young and sexy. Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep it young, keep it sexy.
Yeah, young and keep talking about
Ew.
talking to them dry spells. Yeah, them dry spells. You can have
Dry spell.
them dry spells. Them dry spells.
I ain't never had a dry spell.
Okay, a dry spell, nigga walk around with a big ass stomach, or a nigga think he got a 6-pack, 8-pack, but you gonna suffer one way. You gonna have a 6-pack and be fucked up, or you gonna have an 6-pack or 8-pack and still can't perform. This is all the way around the board. Because if it ain't mental, you ain't got.
I think this is what he's talking about. You could have a 6-pack, you can have an 8-pack, or you can have a 3-liter. Y'all remember 3 liters? Do they still make 3-liter sodas? I remember when they first came out with 3-liter sodas, and we were all amazed because now we could have a whole lot of soda all at one time. But I think if we look at the screen right now, I believe this is what he's talking about. You can have an 8-pack, a 6-pack, or a 3-liter. You can have a little bit of soda. You could have a lot of soda. Okay. Or you see what I'm saying? Houston Foodie, I think this is what he's talking about. Now, I can't tell from this photo whether or not this is an 8-pack, a 6-pack, or if this is is this a cooler? Houston Foodie, is this a cooler? Well, them folks, I ain't tell you to step away, okay? You could have been here the whole time, okay? Queen Black, you don't remember 3 liters? 3 liters was a thing back in the late 80s. It was a thing. We all went crazy because now you used to be able just to get a 2-liter of Coke. Now you could get a 3-liter of Coke. And in case you don't remember, okay, in case you don't remember the 3 liters, this is kind of what it looked like. Okay. All right. All right. Now Trelo, my friend, who is a constant supporter of the Native Tribe Show. Thank you so much for the super chat. She says it's an unlimited pack. Okay, that's what that is. This isn't a 2-pack. This isn't a 8-pack, a 6-pack, or a keg, as Dumples Bumper said. This is an unlimited pack, y'all. That's what this is. That's what this is. Sharonda Blackman. Yes, you logged in at a very unfortunate time, Sharonda Blackman. You logged in at the point where Nestor was describing an 8-pack, a 6-pack, or whatever the hell this is. Okay. And I didn't have a photo illustration to go by what he was saying, but D-Dub says it's a party ball. And for my people that have never seen or heard of a 3-liter soda, y'all don't know what y'all missed, because we had extra soda to go flat, because that's all that happened when you got a 3-liter. Couldn't nobody drink all that damn soda, so the soda went flat every single time we had one. But in case you missed it, it looks something like this. Chi-Town CPA said, damn, Native, now I have to schedule an appointment at the optometrist. Sorry. I'm sorry. Karen F said it's a keg. Absolutely. Absolutely. Miss HLS says it reminds her of 25 barrels of beer on the wall. 25 barrels of beer. You take one down, you roll her around. Hey guys, 25 kegs of beer on the wall. Yes. Attitude and Tylenol. I don't know how y'all did 3 liters, but at my house, that's what happened. Okay. The soda would go bad. It would just go flat because it was too much damn soda for 3 liters. I got Prima Wanda who says, Native, you're wrong for that. I'm just trying to give an illustration, Prima Wanda. Sometimes the audio doesn't quite work all the time. You got to get some video backup. Okay. Okay. That's all I'm doing. Dimples Wimple says it's a distillery. Mm-hmm. Them folks says, you know, she's going to strike you down for making fun of her. That's not a strikeable offense. It's just not. Yeah. It's just not. Mm-hmm. Yep. Attitude and Thomas said we never had them. I wasn't born until 1987. Yeah, it was a thing. And people lost their mind. Okay. Them folks I looked up the Google image of a 3 liter. This is accurate. Yes, she looks like a 3 liter. Okay. I'm sorry, Justin's mom. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. My bad. Sorry. Okay. Let's go. Let's listen.
Nothing going on. You cannot get creative if you don't have it mentally. This is a fact.
Oh, cool. I got you. I feel you. Where my blankie at? Where my blankie at?
What?
So where my blankie at? I need a blanket. It'd be cold in the theater. Sometimes I don't need it. I got on a long dress today, so I may not need it.
No,
What you asking about?
I just had a flashback. About you. That's all.
What's the flashback? I want to laugh too, boo.
Okay, let me show you later. Ooh, hey, I remember you.
Yeah, let's be laughing.
Yeah. I remember you did that one time. You tapped out. Yeah.
What happened? Did you say I tapped out?
That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to say nothing else.
You said I tapped out. I know I tapped out.
Yeah, I know you
A
tapped
couple times I tapped out. Because I was like, you went to flip and I was like, wait a minute. It ain't. He was like, no. I'm like, oh, my God, damn. What the fuck?
Oh, this is funny.
You know that's not a queen? Shit.
Oh, my goodness.
There's nothing wrong with a queen.
Oh, man, that shit funny.
Remember that.
Sure.
You ain't got the prove. Well, you ain't got to prove no point. I understand. I know your abilities. You ain't got to go all out.
Oh,
You ain't got to support. You ain't got to try to kill nobody.
Well, you know, it is, like I told my partner today, it ain't about no killing nobody. It's about got to enjoy what you got in front of you. You know what I'm saying? You enjoy what you got in front of you. Desire, and what is a song called? Desire, by Rick James.
Fire and desire.
Fire and desire, baby.
Yeah. That shit come.
Shout out to Shay for throwing in, I think about it, in the course of a week, we have seen Kendrick Lamar, Teddy Pendergrass, and Rick James show up and call. Shout out to Shay for keeping the music alive, y'all. Shout out to Shay and hubby for just keeping the music alive. And let's not forget, we've already seen Aloe Black. Shay, if you're listening, tell us more about your music collection, because I'm interested, okay? Just saying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's over.
Did y'all see what I just saw? Huh? Did y'all see what I just saw? My cat. My cat, the diva that y'all like to say deserve this and deserve that, and she a superstar. Did y'all see the diva pop up? Huh? The cat that's asleep in the next room.
That shit gone. Yeah.
Did you see her? She flashed up so fast that I'm having a hard time pausing on the horn.
Fire and desire.
Fire and desire, baby.
Yeah. That shit gone. Yeah.
That was her. That was her. Yes, you did, Dimples Wimples. Yes, you did. You sure did. You heard it.
It's over.
Kill the.
In case she looks familiar, that's my cat, Smokey. She is asleep in the next room, and apparently there is a back room deal happening between phone calls from prison and Smokey. And apparently, right, Legacy Moon knows something about this too. Okay. All right. Yes, this is the same photo that I took. Shay is so funny to me when she does this because there's shades involved. Hold on, y'all. Let's listen, y'all. Hold on. Do I got what I got? Look. Sweet Peasy, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, Native, please buy Superstar Smokey a tuna. Is that tuna you wanted to have? I will see if she will accept that. I will. Helen said that's a beautiful cat, and I don't even like cats. That's my cat, Helen. That's her. And I got to figure out what's going on because she be making these appearances in these videos, and I don't know what the hell is happening. I don't. I feel left out. I feel like nobody is listening to me. You got to listen to me. It's my cat. That's all I'm saying. But she is adorable.
That's what you're thinking about.
And she got shades. She got shades, y'all. She got shades. She got shades. Karen S says Smokey's getting residuals. How, Karen S? How? I don't know how. And how did she get shades? Shout out to Phone Calls from Prison, y'all. Shout out to Shay and Phone Calls from Prison for always making me laugh whenever I see this. I mean, just saying, it's hilarious.
No, it ain't about the killing. It's about romancing it. Fucking killing it. Killing it, you ain't getting nothing. You're dead.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. That makes no
From
sense.
recollection.
Yeah, there you go. That makes no sense to me. That thing got to be able to talk back. Killer can't talk back, see? They're talking back, guess what it do? Make you feel a whole lot better. Absolutely. Conversation rules the nation. That thing can talk very well if it's treated right.
Okay.
Yeah, for real.
How much am I saying?
No, that's why I taught my partner that my partner know what's going on, so so I can relate it to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So guess what? You gotta put some nutrients in that, whatever you got going on.
Oh my God.
Y'all know what he's talking about? Because I just don't think this shit is cute that they just be mumbling and shit. I don't understand what the hell is happening. I don't. Dimples Wimples says Smokey has a bank account you don't know nothing about, Native. Okay, all right. Can I don't you think it would benefit if the person who knew how to spend money had access to it? Dimples Wimples, hello. I don't know why y'all capping for Smokey right now. I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure she appreciates it. I am Coco says at Native don't hate Smokey got what? She's a cat. She's a cat. Jay Vickers, he got a partner in jail. He was talking to his partner. I don't know what he's saying, y'all. I'm gonna go back real quick and see if we can figure out this bullshit. Hold on. Let me see.
No, that's why I taught my partner that my partner know what's going on, so so I can relate it to you.
He said he talked to his partner so that he can relay it to Sonya. He talked.
Oh, okay.
Here's what I do know. Ray Della Lewis with the super chat says, I feel like you're going to start charging Smokey rent since she is working now. So here is her first month. Cool, Smokey. Well, okay, maybe Ray Della Lewis. I thought about it, that maybe she needs to pay her way around here, pay for her own snacks, her own food. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Well, and I'll make sure that she gets this money. Unlike some deals and monies that I need to talk to Legacy Moon about, because obviously I'm being cut out of this whole thing and I don't appreciate it, Ray Della Lewis. But thank you, Ray Della Lewis, for the super chat. I do appreciate that. JMM55 said, I missed that with phone calls from prison. I basically just had it on while I did stuff. These calls are hard to listen to with annoying side chick without commentary. They are. You should hear the commentary while I'm listening to them, JMM55. See, I'm giving y'all the commentary as it comes, during the calls, but y'all should hear what I be saying when I first hear it. Little Lady D says, this is for Smokey's rent. Y'all paying Smokey's rent? Really? Hey, Smokey, they paying your rent, okay? I'll talk to her later. Let's listen to the rest of this. We almost done.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So get what? You got to put some nutrients in that, whatever you got going on.
Oh my God.
Y'all remember when your TV used to do that when you was flipping between the channels before you had cable? You be on channel 2, and then when you try to go to channel 5, in between it was. Yeah. But this is the man we supposed to take serious. This is the businessy businessman. Businessy business. You're a monster when it comes to business. Businessy business. That's we supposed to take him serious, right? That we supposed to do. Dr. Shaw says it's his Folger description of sound a vagina makes when it's lubricated during intercourse. Oh my. Prima Wanda, thank you so much for the super chat. Prima Wanda says, Smokey, I can be your manager, girl. Oh, wow. Prima Wanda, I will pass your information over to her and I'll see what she says, but I don't know. Legacy's trying to be your manager. Like everybody, who wants to be my manager? Has anybody bothered to say, hey, Native Tribe Urban Media, I see you have a growing channel. I see you have your channel's doing pretty well. Do you want me to be your manager? No. Everybody skips right past me and goes straight to Smokey and says everybody's trying to help her pay rent. They want to be the manager. I don't understand what's happening right now. I just don't. Okay. But thank you so much for the super chat. I'll make sure that this $5 gets over to Smokey. I don't know what the hell she's gonna do with it. Like all the other money, she's just gonna sit and look at it. Okay. Helen says that nasty laugh. I can just see spit. I can just see spit flying everywhere. Absolutely. Wendy Shy has been a member of the tribe for 6 months. That is half a year rocking with your boy. I do appreciate that. Wendy Shy 73 says Smokey has a job, not depending on a man. You right. And she just be sitting there looking at the money. And I'd be like, this yours. This your money. And she just be looking at it. And then she go and she lay on it and go to sleep. And I don't really appreciate her abusing the money that way. But that's what she do because she's a freaking cat. D-Dub says, Native Tribe Urban Media, if you make her pay rent, she's going to start having guests over and changing the thermostat. You're right. So I guess we can't let that happen, D-Dub. Thank you for reminding me of that. Okay? Oh, my God. Jay Vickers says, you don't have no cameos on PCFP yet, Native. Okay, so that's why nobody wants to be my manager? Jay Vickers? That's why everybody wants to be her manager? Okay, all right. I get it. Native just ain't nobody, right? I'm just a nobody in this whole thing. Ms. Boogie Down said, hey, Native, I have some connections. Would you like me to look into management for you? Yes, I would. Because I don't feel like the cat should have everybody want to be her manager. Okay, I'm looking at you, little cute cat, and don't nobody want to represent me. So yes, absolutely. Oh, wait, Prima Wanda says, I got you too, Native. I'll give y'all the family deal. I get 20% though. See, I'm not a cat. You can't just get over on me. Them folks. Thank you so much for the super chat. This is for Smokey's rent fund. Can be used for the good internet. You know what? Listen. Y'all just be doing me any kind of way. I see how that go. All right. Thank you so much for the super chat, them folks. ATR, only Echo No said, you are some dude. Don't forget, you're right. I am just some dude. I'm some dude that's about to hit the play button, okay? Because y'all just doing me any kind of way. Just any kind of way. Listen, y'all.
Yeah.
That's all I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear the pep talk.
You got a what?
Preparation talk. I said I hear the preparation talk.
The separation talk?
Preparation talk. When you prepare something.
Yeah.
They try to prepare something.
You talking about put some seasoning on it. Yeah, the seasoning.
All right.
Okay, there you go. Shit, always good when you get it from the restaurant and put it in the microwave or in the stove and re-prepare it. It's even better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, first time it's a treat. Second time it's a charm. Yes, it is. I'm not going anywhere. Fuck it, I'm calling off and everything. I don't want to answer my telephone. Second is always a charm. Always.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Well, you go ahead and enjoy your movie.
I'll be tonight. What time? You tell me 10:30?
Yeah, if I get to the phone, it's Friday night love call.
Not the nigga out. No. That's fine. Call me at 10:30 if you can. If you can't, send me a text and call me first thing.
Okay, yeah. So it's Friday night love call tonight, so you know how they go.
Yeah. Niggas in love.
They're not in love. They ain't in love.
They not in love. Somebody in there in love.
They just want to control. That's all.
Yeah, because they ain't feelings. That's all that is. Yeah. They want to control because they feelings.
As long as they keep making vinegar and water, you'll never know what's going on. You'll never know what's going on.
Yeah. Where's my card? Oh, downstairs charging.
Yeah. Okay, all right then. Well, you enjoy the movie. You say y'all going to see Spider-Man? No, y'all going to see
yeah.
Well, I can't wait.
I need to buy a bigger bra. I'm going to go to Mount buy bigger bra.
Bigger?
Yeah, because this one is not filling the whole situation. It's like cutting. It's okay if I had like a low cut shirt on, but when I got a shirt that's a high cut tank top,
yeah,
you can see the division in the bra where the breast and the, you know what I'm saying, where you see that little like panty line. You know what I'm talking about? You know, you how they divide your ass. Same thing with a bra. The bra is not a full cut where it's come all the way up. You see that line, and that's ugly. I don't like that.
Oh, I got you.
You get me? Yeah. So if I get a bigger bra, it's going to be bigger. And then it'll cover all the way up.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go enjoy yourself then. Love you too. Yeah.
I love you more.
And don't fall asleep.
Yeah, right. I'm so fucking tired. Listen, ever since this morning, I have not laid back down, been nonstop on my computer. So sleepy. So sleepy.
All right. I'll try to call you later. Love you. Bye.
I love you more. Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
I literally had nothing else to say about these people. Like, oh my God. Bigger. I need to get a bigger. Yes, bigger, you idiot. And then she got to explain how a bra works. We made it through another one, y'all. Shout out to Phone Calls from Prison and her husband, Shay. We appreciate you providing this content for us to use and laugh at these folks. Ray Della Lewis with a member milestone. Ray Della Lewis has been rocking with your boy for 5 months. Says Native, we still love you though. Well, Ray Della Lewis, I love you right back. Yes, I do. And thank you for being here with me for 5 months. I want to thank everybody for coming through today, spending this time with me on a Sunday afternoon. Thank you. I want to thank my Native Tribe Urban Media Mod Squad. Ladies, thank you so much for handling everything behind the scenes. I want to thank all the super chatters, all the new members, all of the super stickers, and if you hit the Cash App, thank you. You all have no idea how much you all help the channel grow. please hit the like button. When you hit the like button, it tells YouTube that not only do you like this video and what we are doing over here, but you also want other people to see what we're doing over here. And that also helps the channel grow. If you haven't had a chance to hit the like button now, you can hit it on the way out. We're ending this thing right about here. So I tell you what. Oh, Traylo Sam, look at here. Traylo Sam has been a member for 5 months. Y'all my day ones, man. I appreciate that, man. I really do. You've been rocking with your boy for 5 months. Traylo Sam says Smokey needs a new carpet climber. Does she though? Did she really? Traylo Sam? I don't know if she do that. I don't know. But y'all are definitely helping helping her ego. Y'all are really good for her ego. Y'all are excellent for her ego. Reese the Muff's mom. Thank you, has gifted 1 Native Tribe Urban Media membership. Y'all, the family is growing. The tribe is growing. The channel is growing. And it is thanks to people as generous as Reefs and Muff's mom. If you got the new membership, welcome to the tribe. And you could thank Reefs and Muff's moms for the generosity. I appreciate you all. I really do. We are going to grow like never before in 2025. I got a lot more stuff coming out. I got some more letters coming out, y'all. Ooh. I got some more letters coming out this week coming. So be on the lookout for that. Of course, we're going to do it on Monday tomorrow. And then I probably got some stuff going on in the afternoon that I'll be able to share. I do have Scamfish that I've been trying to get to, but hopefully we'll get to that tomorrow. So thank you all for coming through, man. Thank you all for everything. Like I said, all the member milestones, all the gifted memberships, everybody that became a member today. Thank you. We good? Is everybody good? All right. I want y'all to have a good Sunday afternoon, a great Sunday evening, and a great start to your day tomorrow. Thank you for coming through. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are enough. You are beautiful, you are loved, and you are blessed. And there isn't anything that anybody can do about that. Not even you. Thank y'all for coming out, man. I appreciate everybody and everything that you do. I will see you all tomorrow. And enjoy your Sunday. All right. Thank you.